This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
The final race of round 8 week. Tonight we take the Rick Motec High Performance Simulation Equipment Cup Series cars for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've seen a lot of action last night in the Xfinity Series. These Cup cars drive a lot different than the Xfinity cars. Who will bring it home into victory lane, and will it be under green? Welcome, everyone, to another night of racing here on Max Speed TV. Myself, Joshua D.W. Medlock, alongside Gary McReynolds Wells here with me. Gary, how you doing, bud?
Oh, that wasn't something for an intro. I am doing pretty good tonight here, Josh. You know, like you said, round 8, very tight points battle between our top 12, especially the bottom half, 8th on back, man. So this is going to be an interesting race. We're starting here late evening, or late afternoon, I should say. And this track is going to change a lot. The car's handling is going to change a lot as we get into the nighttime. So these guys are really going to have to adjust their driving style over the course of the night, and I think this is going to be a very big points night for our drivers as well, especially the ones trying to get into the top 12.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, is this a night race or a late afternoon race?
It is a late afternoon, evening race that will transition into the night.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. So it will try and go into a transition of a night format. All right, well that sounds good. Yeah, that track temp definitely will fall off, and as the rubber gets laid down, we're going to see. Well, man, these Cup cars will go are going a lot faster around here too. Almost a second and a half quicker than the Xfinity cars. As we go ahead and take a look at the pre-race analytics here, though, Gary, an air temp of 81, a track temp of 84. 144 laps tonight, same as what it was last night, 216 miles, but there's a big tire differential between yesterday and tonight. About 15 to 20 laps on the tires. I mean, you could probably go 30 to 40 laps and stretch it out to the fuel run. Well, would that be a smart idea, seeing as the fuel run is anywhere between 40 and 47 laps?
Well, we saw a couple different pit strategies play out last night. We saw some guys short pit early at the beginning of their fuel window, and we saw some guys stretch it out. I think more so tonight, depending on how the race goes, and if we do get a long green flag run, we could definitely see some guys try to short pit early with our fuel window being 40 to 47 laps. I think we can see some guys pitting around that 40 mark, but then I could also see guys like Tommy Haynes and others stretching it out to about 45 or 46 laps.
Well, also, we see already the difference between the tire and the fuel, but also pit road insurance, 45 miles per hour, and we seen some mistakes last night down pit road. We seen two cautions happen on the restart of the race. Hopefully, kind of hit those points real quick. Pit road first and the restarts.
Yeah, so pit road, 45 mile an hour, and it's not as easy to get on here at Charlotte pit road as it has been in past years with that wall there for the roval. So these guys are really going to have to be careful and hit their marks perfectly getting down into the pits. Otherwise, they could hit the pit wall there, and it could ruin their night that way. And restarts, I was actually thinking about mentioning that here tonight. You're really going to have to watch the wheel spin, especially on older tires. A lot of people were trying to time the starts last night, which resulted in a couple wrecks as we saw here toward the end of the race. So really going to have to watch themselves and just constantly be on alert for the leader when he decides to go for the restarts.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Leader does have, of course, lane pit. He can choose either the inside or the outside. But he also controls the restart once, of course, the pace car dies off to the safety of pit road and all four tires are below the line. Off the racing surface, basically, the leader can go. I mean, he can just be on the loud pedal if he wants to. I think we're going to see some different strategies here tonight when it comes to the start of the race. And, of course, if we have any restarts, it's a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did see some two tire strategies last night. I know me and Jared Lipshire did that when I was spotting for him. He wanted to try it. If it was going to be about a 5 to 10 lap run, I think it would have worked. But unfortunately, that run ran basically the full fuel load. Yeah. So it was really a struggle for him. I think he got up to about 6 on the restart because it's where we restarted, but ended up falling back to about 16th or 17th. Ultimately finished 10th last night, so solid run for him. But just one of those deals where if you call a tire strategy, left side or right side tires, you got to make sure it's for a short run.
Yes, you do. You sure do. All right. Well, let's see here. Pace speed, of course, 55 miles per hour here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the point standings coming into this evening, round number 8. Bam. Seems like we've been talking about Cameron Hearn and GT Hawkins pretty much, for the last 3 to 4 weeks. It's because, in the Xfinity and the Cup, they're pretty much right there together. Cameron Hearn, 281 points, holding the top spot. GT Hawkins going to hold on into second with 255 points, 26 back. Alan Elwood is going to be up 3 spots, though, into third. 231 points, 24 back. Kel Gale going to hold on to fourth, 218, 13 back. Mike Rominger up 4 spots into fifth, 213 points, 5 back. Rob Haynes down 3 into sixth, 212 points, 1 back. And Michael Thwaite down 2 spots. He's going to round out the top 7 here with 207 points, 5 back, Gary.
Yeah, there was a lot of jumping in the point standings last week. And just an FYI to y'all, I just want to point out between 8th and 15th, or tied for 14th in points, There's a 17-point differential. So 8th place, two-time defending champion David Weishart. He is, or three-time, but he's also defending two-time champion here. He's got 198 points. In 9th place, we've got David Elliott. He's got 194. And so does William Hartman as well. There's a tie for 9th place. 11th place is Jacob Bell. He's got 192 points. And 12th place, right there on the cutoff, is Garrett Heath with 190 points. 13th place is going to be Tommy Haynes. He's got 184. And then tied for 14th place is between Tyler Hallman, who fell 4 spots last week, and Michael Mueller, tied at 181 points each.
Look at the yeah, you was talking about that, really, really close back here, really from 8th on back, really, really close. And, you look at 13th, 14th, and 15th, 14th and 15th being tied, only 3 points behind Tommy and 9 points or 11 points outside of the top 12 behind Garrett Heath. So really, really close back here coming into round number 8 here tonight. We've got 2 races left after tonight. So we're getting really, really close.
Yeah, I think if you're about 7th place, right around where Michael Thwaites is, I think you're safe. But really, 8th on back, if you have a bad night, this race could definitely be a turning point in your season.
Well, either this race or next week, but we'll be talking about next week here, coming up here right after the national anthem, coming out about 15 minutes of practice left. National anthem here coming up next, folks, and then qualifying. We got driver point, or we got team points here tonight. Gary's going to run through those here when we come back, folks. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treadless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A.
Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, we've been live, but we're back here talking here tonight. Myself, Joshua Medlock, and Gary Wells. Gary, qualifying right now. They got about a minute left here. If somebody's going to come out and qualify, they better do it now. I mean, they can do it within 29 seconds, but I think under 30 seconds, if you haven't put in a time, you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, no, it takes about 29 seconds to get around here. 29 and a half as we see really close there with Kale Gale. But really, I think everybody that has wanted to lay down a lap already has. So I don't think we're going to really see anybody else lay down any laps tonight for qualifying.
Yeah, we got Jacob Bell out there. It looks like he's going to be finishing up his second lap coming up here. David Weishart going up to the pole there in the number 33 Northern Capital Machine. And we'll go ahead and get to our picks here tonight. Gary, who'd you pick?
Well, the man that's on the pole.
David Weishart, right?
Yeah, David Weishart.
Yep, that is Gary's pick out here tonight. I picked here tonight David Elliott. So we got a battle of the Davids up here in the booth here, and I just now noticed that. You can really tell how tired I am today, folks. Yeah, I just now noticed that. A battle of the Davids up here in the booth between me and Gary.
And qualifying is closed here,
yes.
So Nick Hunt's getting ready to call him up here for the driver's meeting.
Yes, it is closed, and it's about time to go down the Rick Motec Cup Series team points here tonight. And Gary, you have those already wrote down or printed off, whatever you do. And Mike's yours, bud.
All right, so we got our team points here this evening. We got VRA, of course. They've been having a very dominant season. They have won, 5 out of 7 Cup races here so far. They are leading with 831. Second place is going to be Primetime Motorsports with 816. Third place is going to be East Coast Motorsports with 802. Then there's quite a significant back. We've had our big 3 teams this season so far, and it's really starting to show for fourth place on back. Evans Wells Racing, they've got 678. Fifth place is Kicking Asphalt Racing. They got 661. Sixth place, Samson Motorsports. They're struggling here this season a little bit. They've got 625. Seventh place is going to be 4X Racing with 554. And then BDE Legacy Esports, they've got 379, and that'll round out the field for the Cup points.
All right. The Rick Motec Cup Series team points here. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. Just getting our penalty chart here pulled up, kind of take a look at, see if there's anything we need to go over from last week.
Can you send that to me? I know it's a little late now.
Look like it. Yeah, we can go ahead and get that to you here, Gary. Just give me just a second. Check your Facebook. Yeah, we're just gonna do stuff winging it here tonight, guys. So just hang tight.
My second week doing Cup here, so I don't have it saved yet, but I will this time.
Go ahead and
But anyway, go back to what you were talking about. Sorry.
Just getting the penalty chart pulled up. Like I said, looking at, if there's anything we need to go over from last week, anything that came into this week, doesn't look like we have anything. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely a good thing. And we've got our top 12 here, and of course the top 12, they do get a qualifying point, of course. So looks like pretty typical of our top 12. Got some guys here that maybe aren't up here all the time, like Michael Mueller or Danny Ware, but definitely good to see those guys get a decent qualifying run here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, there we go. Get that sent over to you, Gary. That way you can have it pulled up as well here tonight. Take a look at who we have in chat real quick here this evening. Looks like, man, I got to scroll all the way up. People chatting it up already. Bozy, ice cream. As always, he does it in chat here, out there in chat. Saying ice cream, but Brennan Kennedy. Dennis Ansman out there in chat here tonight. Glad to have you, Dennis. Jeff Williams out there. Napa Know How After Dark. Looks like, let's see who else we've got. Brian Odell out there in chat. Glad to have you. Kind of scrolling through here. And
so Napa Know How, does he switch his name? Like, so during the day, is he Napa Know How before dark and then after dark?
I don't know. Well, he's out there. Over? Yeah, he's out there. You might want to ask him. Looks like we have Ashton May out there in chat. How you doing, Ashton? Looks like Jeremy Knapp out there as well. Alan Elwood. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. 21 people out there watching already. We ain't even hit green flag here tonight, Gary.
Yeah, that's we definitely are having a pretty solid turnout here so far, so I can't complain about that. Thanks for all support.
All right, yes. Thank you all for the support. Edwin Morris out there in chat. Just tuning in. Looks like we got a pick for Brendan Kennedy as well.
And who's he picking? Kale Gale?
No, he actually picked Tommy Haynes out here tonight.
Oh,
Now,
you just gave him the MaxSpeedTV curse. Don't do that.
Kale Gale, a pick for Kale Gale. Napa Know How. Let's see here. Brian Odell is going to pick Alan Elwood, but that's a change.
Yeah, that's a change. Allen wasn't able to lay down a time. I guess there's a power cutoff here before quali. I think he's going to be able to make it back in, but that's what I'm just seeing. That's what I'm seeing here.
All right, 10 days till his birthday, Brian Odell. Happy birthday, early birthday for you out there. All right, well, just making sure everybody is doing A-okay. We got a storm rolling in here. Let's hope everything kind of turns out. But Charlotte here tonight for round number 8. Next week we go to the one-line Kansas Motor Speedway. And
That's
I
a
say
good way to
that
put it.
because Kansas, Gary, you know it, I know it. I've raced at Kansas. I've even watched it in real life back when I was a kid, and it was the same then as it is even now. It is one lane out there at Kansas Motor Speedway. Charlotte, not much of a one lane because you could really make 2 lanes out of it. Kansas, if you get out front, pretty much you're going to stay out front unless something happens.
Yeah, Kansas, it's kind of changed with the repave. Before the repave, it was kind of a one line around the bottom of the racetrack. Now it's up against the wall. But yeah, so definitely for Kansas next week, we're definitely going to see some guys run around the high line for sure.
Oh, yeah, yep. We got Kansas for round number 9 and round 10 to end the regular season. I believe that is going to be at the Lady in Black, Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington, that's a fun track. I know my team's really been looking forward to Darlington all season. A lot of these drivers really do. It's a challenging racetrack. Makes these drivers have to think a little bit and kind of finesse their car a little bit. You're inches off the wall all the way around this place. So these guys are really going to have to be sharp when they go to Darlington here in a couple of weeks.
Well, do you have any keys to victory here tonight? Any track tips? You know the Cup car a lot better than all the others, Gary. So, well, what's your thoughts on round 8, Charlotte? What do these drivers have to do tonight that they tried to do yesterday, but it might have not have worked out?
Well, I think we all saw on the broadcast, if you were watching yesterday, restarts were pretty tricky. So that's actually one of my first keys here is survive, and I put right next to it restarts. I think the starts and the restarts here tonight are going to be very, very key here, making sure you're not timing the start of the leader or assuming when he's going to go, because it seems like every leader does change how they go and when they go. So restarts, I think, are going to be very, very important. Managing your tires here, I think that's going to be another thing. These tires can fall off pretty quick, especially as you get back in traffic after about 3 or 4 laps. I'm here in traffic. There's a really big arrow push, so it's really easy to use up the tires pretty fast. And then third and lastly, maintaining that track position. I've noticed here, I was looking at some stats here for this week. The last 3 winners here, Josh, have all started second. So,
oh, wow.
So if you start on the front row, you have a shot to win. No, but seriously, if you're starting in the top 5, top 10, mostly those guys up there in the top 5, like if you're David Weishart, Cale Gale, William Hartman, David Elliott, or Hunter McDaniel, I think you've got a really strong shot here to win tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And really, it's anybody's race here. I mean, it is Charlotte. Everybody pretty much knows the track here. And this is the top tier series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, too. So, the only way... Go ahead.
Yeah, and I like how Cameron Hearn put it last week, with Charlotte, with it being the high downforce, low horsepower. We'll definitely see a lot of pack racing here tonight,
Yes.
and we've seen that here time and time again, especially in this new package. So I think we'll see a lot of comers and goers for sure amongst our top 10. But I really do think, for the most part, if this race goes green, I could definitely see our top 4, top 5 even, maybe even pull away from the pack a little bit. And I think it'll really be their race.
Maybe some 3 or 4 wide action here tonight.
Yeah, you'll definitely see 3 and 4 wide, especially as we get to the later portion of the race.
Yep, yeah. Well, we'll hope that's at a later portion. But for now, Gary, what do you say we go ahead and do our pole sitter here tonight? And I'm going to let you go ahead and do him here this evening. You ready?
Go ahead, pull him up.
There he is.
David
Hello.
Weisner, Gary Wells in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, David. Well, we see you laid down a burner lap here tonight for a 29.422 for the pole. How'd you do it?
I don't know, man. I just did what I did in practice, and I waited a little bit to go out there, and I was looking at the times. I was like, really, that's all they're running? And I was able to that's about what I ran in practice when I had no draft. So I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're coming in here to this race tonight. You're sitting 8th in points coming into this race. Are you feeling any nerves at all? Because it's a pretty tight window between you and 12th place here, about 8 points, and then 17 points overall between you and 15th spot there with Michael Mueller.
I'm not really feeling any nerves. I just want redemption from last week. I felt like I should have won that thing and made a huge mistake there. So I just want to kind of redeem myself here. And if I get the win, if that's great. If I don't, as long as I can come home with a top 3, top 5, I guess I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. And how's the track feeling out there? I noticed we're starting here late afternoon, going into the evening. How's that transition been working out so far?
Oh, not good. The setup's tight. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if the splitter's on the ground or if it's raised 4 inches off the ground, but I mean, there's just nothing in the front end. Like, they're just got no turn, and it's loose for the first 2 or 3 laps, and then it's just like a light switch. It just goes to plowing tight. So it's definitely not going to be a fun race. It's going to be one of those races you just got to kind of grind out, and unfortunately that's what we're given, and I guess everybody's just going to have to play the cards we were all dealt.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just want to wish you good luck down there tonight, and hopefully we'll see you here at the end of the top 3.
Hopefully, guys, enjoy yourselves.
Good luck, David.
Thanks, David.
Thanks.
All right, get him back
And
down
no,
there
I'm
to
not
his
going to
team.
tell him that he was my pick. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing that too, Gary, because it seems like I pick somebody and then I tell them they wreck. So I think we'll just keep our mouth shut on that one.
Yeah.
Who do we interview mid-pack here tonight? Let's see here. Somewhere
Brandon
in between. Brandon Freeze. Where is Brandon at?
13th. 4X Racing.
13th, Mr. Brandon Freeze. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get him up here. He might not be too happy after last night. Brandon, got a copy? Brandon Freeze, buddy, got a copy?
I think he's ignoring you.
I think he is. All right. We'll
go down. Let's find somebody else.
Yeah,
Ed
we'll
Morris.
go. Ed Morris. All right, the number 7. I know where he's at. Ed Morris, buddy, got a copy? Ed Morris, bud, do you have a copy?
I think you're about to go over 2 here, Josh.
Tonight is not my night.
How about the 77 of Jacob Bell? Try pulling him up.
Jacob Bell here. We'll go one more time, and if we don't get him, where is Jacob Bell at?
Kicking asphalt.
AAR. Jacob Bell, buddy, do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
Whoa! Finally got somebody here that wants to talk to me after last night. That's I'll see how it is, people. Well, Jacob, you're going to be starting mid-pack here tonight, about 19th in that number 77, man. How's track feeling out there? Make it quick, about 1:30, man.
Yeah, real disappointed. I thought I was gonna have an easily top 10 qualifying time. I just kind of underdrove that first lap. So starting 19th is gonna be tough. I just kind of chill out during these cup races until the end and just try to save my car. But the track's really fun. The transition's gonna make it fun. You're gonna see the speed pick up a lot by the end of the race when it gets dark and track temp drops. But our Rick's Hot Sauce car is feeling pretty good, so it's gonna be a good race for everybody at KRA tonight. I think.
We're going to have 144 laps here tonight. It's going to be, I wouldn't say a long race, but long enough. Going to have plenty of laps to figure it out, right, Jacob?
Yeah, for sure. These long races, especially these cup cars, everybody's so good and so equal that it's really about who's got the cleanest car at the end of the race to go out there and give the leaders a shot. But it'll be a fun one. Probably can see a little bit more wrecks tonight than we've seen recently. I wouldn't doubt that because just how Charlotte seems to play out. So we're looking forward to it.
All righty, Jacob. We'll let you get back to it, man. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Getting back down there to KAR. We're coming down to the final 20 seconds here. Well, let's hope I just didn't jinx him there.
Well, I will say he might be onto something there with the wreck since we switched to the new package here. It looks like season 9 they had 4 cautions here for 16 laps. In the last season there was only 1, so I think we might meet somewhere in the middle. I think we'll get a couple cautions here early tonight, but it really has shown, according to the last 3 races here, the trends, some pretty long green flag runs.
All right, well, let's hope we get for the long green flag runs here. 144 laps green flag here tonight. That's what we're all hoping for. Let's see what happens. However, the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. David Wildheart driving the pole with a 29.423. Congratulations to David on pole. Cal Gale going to start on the outside of him in second. William Hartman in third. David Elliott in fourth. Hunter McDaniel in fifth. Garrett Heath in sixth. Davey Hendricks seventh. Michael Thwaites eighth. GT Hawkins ninth. And Micah Mueller going to round out that 10th spot, Gary.
Yeah, I'm rounding out that 10th spot. Good run for Michael there for qualifying. 11th place, we're going to have Tyler Holman. 12th place, Danny Ware. 13th, going to be Brandon Fries. 14th is going to be Rob Haynes. 15th, Travis McDaniel. 16th is going to be Christian DeBoer. 17th, Ed Morris. 18th place is going to be Garrett Grant. 19th place is going to be Jacob Bell. And rounding out the top 20 is going to be John Sterling.
All right, 21st, Mike Rominger. 22nd, Justin Gann. Delonte Ballard. 23rd, Bobby Titch 24th, Jacob Lee 25th, Tommy Haynes 26th, I called him Jake Ogburn. Zach Ogburn 27th, Timothy Zayas 28th, Alan Elwood, first of the non-qualifiers, going to qualify 29th, and Cameron Hearn 30th, and I think Alan lost electric, so I don't think he's in here right now. Unfortunate for Alan. Gary?
Well, my lineup's kind of messed up. Who do you see through
Scott McClendon, 31st.
And then you got Tom Massey, 32nd.
I got
Casey
Mike
Duncan,
Franklin.
33rd.
Mike Franklin, Gary May, Tom Massey, and Casey Duncan going to round out the field. There we go.
Just finish us out. I'll give a shout out to Nick Hunt, Doug Blackman, and Calvin Herring. Those are your 3 admins here this evening up in the booth.
Yep, 3 admins, and the cameras are all jacked up here. For some reason. I don't know why, but they are. All right, we'll go TV 1 here. Go back to... Whoa! I think we'll just stick with TV 2 here tonight. Got to make some adjustments here. The new paved Charlotte, or the new Charlotte. The camera pack is the old Charlotte, so kind of the camera pack is the old Charlotte, and they added the new Charlotte so they don't fit. We're coming into 3 here on the backstretch here, Gary. What do they say, man? Oh,
Reach in
Gary.
there and pull those belts tight one more time. We got
Gary McReynolds. Well, David Weishart will be in control of the start here once all 4 tires of the pace car dives off of the safety of pit road coming out of turn number 4 here tonight. For the Rick Motec High Performance Sim Racing Equipment Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, pace car is off. David Weishart on the loud pedal. You know what time it is. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight at Charlotte.
And David got a heck of a start there. really was able to pull away from second place there, Cale Gale, and third place, William Hartman here. Going to be a very interesting race coming down the back straightaway. A lot of people side by side still.
Yep, we're still side by side. Now, Cale Gale falling back a spot to William Hartman as he's going to overtake second. Side by side, Hunter McDaniel, David Elliott back here for that fifth position. It looks like the 57 there. Doesn't have it yet. The 42 still has it there on the outside line down in the turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing here a good battle here for 14th and 15th between Rob Haynes and Travis McDaniel. They were side by side. Looks like Travis is going to take that position away from Rob.
Yep.
Going to fall Rob back to 15th here, side by side again with Ed Morris and Garrett D. Grant. That's also the position for 16th.
Up Northern Capital 24, prime time number 7. Let's hope Ed Morris can have a better finish than last night here, man. Pit road. He just took it behind the wall after the pit road incident there. I believe that was Ed.
He was the one that money shifted last night as he was getting on the pit road. So I think instead of shifting into second gear, he might have shifted to third or fourth or something like that. Or going from fourth, something were in there, messed up the gears and blew the motor.
Oh, man. Oh, David Weishart going to lead the third lap here. They're going to go single file here up front. I think early on right now, Gary, that's kind of what you need to do. Rob Haynes there going to try to make that pass, and he is going to do it behind or right up ahead of Brandon Freeze there.
Yeah, I think we're really going to see these guys hug the bottom line here early on. Now, there might be a second group that comes in, but I think really for the first, I'd say about 30, 40 laps or so, the first run, we're definitely going to see these guys around the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, yeah, why not some laps here? Where do you think the quickest lap's going to come in? About 7, 8 laps, in between 7 and 12?
I think we're really going to see it probably within their first 10, maybe into that 12th lap.
Okay.
And then these tires are going to start to fall off. I heard around lap 15, 20-ish, these tires really start to fall off. But yeah, I think we're really going to see their fast lap somewhere within the first 5 to 10.
All right, well, Mike Rominger here trying to get around that number 3 of John Sterling. He's going to go ahead and keep that spot. We got a battle up here. It looks like Little Bear Cookie Company machine. That is Michael Mueller. Made a pass there on the 19 of Danny Ware. Now Michael going to be looking to the inside here. The 52 of Tyler Hallman.
And these guys are tied for 14th in points, so it's really important that these guys have a good run over these next couple of weeks here. So I know Mueller has told me he wants to keep Hallman either right in front of him or right behind him over these next couple of weeks. He's always looking for where that 52 car is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's what you got to do. We go back here a little bit further in the field. Not a huge field out here tonight. It looks like Alan Elwood and Scott McClendon did not start the race. Wow! Bobby Titch there, and I believe that is the 43 of Zach Ogburn. Buddy, they almost made contact. Woo! That was rough.
Yeah, you can get really tight here really quickly. Like I mentioned, back here in this pack, it really gets aero tight pretty quick, especially with these big spoilers.
All right. Oh, GT battling here up between the 67 of William Hartman and the 57 of Hunter McDaniel.
And that is a teammate there in front of GT Hawkins there with William Hartman right there. So, yeah, a lot of interested jockey for position. Really going to see more passing here on the straightaways, Josh, I think, because you can use a little bit more of a slingshot than in the corners.
Well, right now, David's got something going for him, though. He's got that clean air, Gary. I didn't talk about it much last night. I tried, but I didn't. Clean air in Charlotte is one of the most important things. And right now, David's got that ahead of him.
Yeah, really with these top 3 here. I think the clean air is really going to be its best for sure, especially if you're the leader. You got the maximum downforce on the race car. You're able to have the best handling, which even though these cars are handling a little bit on the tight side, like David was talking about, still going to be the best place for you is to be out front.
Yep, and we got a battle back here yet again between Tyler Hallman and Michael Mueller. These drivers side by side out of 4 through this tri-oval here at
Looks
Charlotte.
like Michael's going to get it that lap.
Yeah, he got it that lap, and he's going to complete that pass there over the 52. Jacob Lee Racing. Jacob Lee in the number 21 machine out here. Currently running in 28th, started 25th. Check him out on Facebook at Jacob Lee Racing. He does in-car streams. You can get a cockpit view of what is going on there. And from what I understand, also, I don't know if it's supposed to be on or off the record. He didn't ever tell me. From what I understand, he's going to be starting his own team. So he left, I believe,
4X.
4X, yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
yeah, left 4X Racing. I guess he's going to start his own team here, but of course going into next season. But
yes,
he's definitely got something going for him. On his streams too, he's got a foot cam, so you kind of see what his throttle, brake, all that kind of stuff, what his inputs are there.
Oh yeah. And it's always good to see that footwork, you know.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see them when they get on a road course. Some of these stock car guys. Especially in the old 87s, it's a lot of heel toe, so it's very interesting.
I don't know how to do the heel to toe thing. I've tried it. It don't work.
Yeah, not so much with these modern transmissions. You can get away with doing just pumping the gas and shifting up and down. So
now watching a battle here. I've been watching it here for the last couple of laps, trying to see if they're going to get straightened out. They haven't. Mike Romans during the 24th, Garrett D. Grant, John Sterling was in the mix there too. They finally got it straightened out here, but I don't think it's going to be over with. Pretty much still single file, though, throughout the track here. So we've got some passing, Gary, but it's not what you would see at a bigger speedway or super speedway.
With this track just being so narrow and the race that Xfinity had last night in the Rick Bell Custom Rigs Xfinity Series, these guys really were wanting to take their time and not push things as bad tonight here.
I think that's what you have to do. A lot of these drivers, I do believe, raced last night. So
yeah, a lot of them that raced last night race here tonight. And there are some guys that race Cup only, like William Hartman and Michael Mueller. But most of the field, David Weishart too. But most of the field they run both. And it's just usually just to get them more track time.
All right, here with Hunter McDaniel. He is under some fire here with Tyler Hallman and Travis McDaniel. Just cannot get down there. Lap 17 of 144. We're already starting to see the time fall off here. Best lap for, David Weishart, our leader, 29.553. His last lap was a 31.606. And so that is at about 18 laps.
Yeah, these times already fallen off 2 seconds. And that's just kind of been the story of it. You really got to watch your tires here. You really got to manage that right pedal there, that throttle, making sure you're not hitting the throttle too soon and just burning out these tires, which is very easy to do. As we see Weishart, he's really been able to actually pull away from second place. Cale Gale.
He's got a little bit of a gap there now between him and Cale Gale. Randy Kruder joining us out there.
Battle here for third. Sorry to interrupt you here. Between William Hartman, GT Hawkins, and Garrett Heath. This battle's been going on here the last little bit.
It looks like they're going to be out the 67. William Hartman right up ahead of them. William going to drop it low there. It looks like William and GT are a part of the same team here. So
yeah, they are teammates. So they were definitely going to work together there instead of pushing Garrett Heath up there. But yeah, seen him fall from third to fifth there in about a corner.
Yep, John Sterling, GT Hawkins, Travis McDaniel, and William Hartman all part of East Coast of Motorsports. And Usually you have, oh, here we go. We're wrecking.
Oh, we're wrecking.
25 is around. Travis McDaniel, boy, it's a big one back here.
Big one here already.
Drivers involved. Whoa, I seen it out of the corner of my eye. We caught it on MaxSpeedTV. But we're going to have to go back and take a look and, of course, get the official word from the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com admins and or officials, whatever you would like to call them. We'll take a look at it here. Okay, you're saying some net coating is what you're saying. And, man, we seen that last night, too. Oh, man, I don't know, boy. That was, well, let's get a closer look on this. Yeah, let's get that chase cam. That was the, what number was that got
57 and the 25.
57. Yeah, I need to get on the 57 here real quick. There we go. 57 of Hunter McDaniel. We're going to turn the camera here. Now, the 57 does go up toward the wall. Doesn't look like he hits the wall.
Yeah, and then he comes back down just a little bit, and the 25 was there, but there's still another...
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there between them two. Yeah, we do see it for sure. Of course, we'll get the official word here from the admins. Let's go ahead and get back on to the number 25 here and kind of see.
They're going to give the 57 the EOL after contact with the 25. They're going to leave the 57 at fault.
Oh, right there. Okay, so the 25, here comes the 42, going to T-bone the 25. The 7 going to go hard into the wall. The 19 of Danny Ware, Ed Morris. So right here, we're going to have 4 drivers that we can just name off the numbers going to be involved, trying to either dodge it or just making contact. So back up live here. Looks like Travis McDaniel's already taken his car behind the wall. It doesn't look like, he's not even going to worry about getting it fixed. And still too early for that here, Gary.
Yeah, still pretty early on there. I really thought they were going to rule that as netcode, but hey, they see the intent of the 57 coming down. I don't think it was intentional to right rear that 25, but still, I think a solid call there by the Evans. Pretty easy call right there.
Oh yeah, coming down and then definitely, gotta be aware. Net coating is a big key here. I call it hammy action, but still, nevertheless. We get the official word from the admin. So, if they don't get the one to go here, and that's the thing about iRacing, they've changed it to where they go back green quick. All right, who do you want to interview here real quick, Gary?
Pull up Rob Haynes.
Oh, Rob Haynes. Do we have to?
Go ahead, pull him up.
All right, I guess. There he is.
Hey, it's my favorite Canadian, Rob Haynes. Here, got a copy.
I got you guys.
Hey, bud. We see you here. You gained 4 spots here so far. You're already up into the top 10. How's your car feeling over the first couple 22 laps here?
Yeah, pretty good. Just I was trying to take care of the tires a little bit there, see what they were after that first run, and they're not too bad actually. So maybe able to put the throttle down a little bit earlier. Yeah, the car's running pretty good. Racing's tight, guys. Passing on the inside's a little bit iffy. It becomes pretty even. I don't know. We'll see. As long as you can hold it right down that line, I think you can pass some guys.
Yeah, we noticed with David Weishart's times, he lost 2 seconds in the period of about 20 laps there, 15 laps. So definitely tire management going to play a role. What's kind of your strategy? Have you picked up any tips or trades here for passing here at Charlotte in this Cup package? It's still fairly new.
Yeah, outdrive the guy in and outdrive the guy out. It's a long race, Gary, so I'm just going to try and hover and gain a little bit here and there. I mean, once a guy breaks inside, I'll follow him through if we can make it, and that's, I think, the way we're going to be able to gain positions here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we still got 120 laps to go. See that your guys are going about 1 to green here, so we'll let you go, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Yep.
All right. I didn't tell him good luck, but he knows good luck. Running the MaxSpeedTV 29 here tonight.
I completely forgot he was in the MaxSpeedTV car. So you said, do we have to pull him up? I was like, why? What? Oh, there it is.
All right, give me just a minute, Gary. Go ahead and get them going here. It looks like they're still under caution.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't lined up here. They're still single file, so guess I can give a rundown of the top 10, just a little recap here. We do have some movers a little bit. So, first place, of course, David Weishart. Second is Cale Gale. Third is going to be William Hartman. Fourth is going to be GT Hawkins. Fifth place is going to be Garrett Heath. Sixth place is going to be Michael Thwaites. Seventh, Tyler Hallman. Eighth place, Davey Hendricks. Ninth place, gaining 10 spots already, is going to be Jacob Bell. And rounding out the top 10, of course, is going to be Rob Haynes. So, pretty solid start for a lot of these guys here, especially Jacob Bell. Looks like he's our biggest mover within our top 10 so far.
Oh, yeah, biggest mover, Jacob Bell here so far. And we're saying that lightly because anything can happen between now and lap 144.
Yeah, and Rominger here, he's up 10 spots as well. He started 20th, he's up to 11th, so give him
Got
a solid
bit
shout
of a
out
tie
there.
here between biggest mover right now then.
Well, I'm also seeing Zach Ogburn started 27th, and he's running 17th. So a lot of guys have moved up 10 positions here so far, but looks like also a fair share of no harm, no foul. A lot of these guys still long way to go, like you said. So plenty of time.
Yeah, long way to go. I see the Colt joining us in chat here. Popping up those pre-race analytics here real quick for everybody just tuning in. And this is, of course, the way we started the race here tonight. Of course, the track temp has changed, but that's it. That's the only thing that has changed here this evening. Maybe the wind speed, but, we don't worry about wind here unless it's a road course. But we're coming out of turn number 2. Gary McReynolds Wells here is going to be getting them going here this time. By Gary, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I think Brendan Kennedy gave me that nickname with all my tips and trade bits that I've been putting in here over the last few weeks. So, but no, looks like our top 2 our top 3 has stayed the same between Weishart, Cale Gale there in the 83, and then William Hartman. Other than that, everything's shuffled just a little bit by a few positions here and there, but pace car making his way through 3 and 4 this time. And of course the lights are out, waiting for the pace car to dive down to the safety of pit road. Pace car is in. David Weishart does have control over the restart here. Looks like he's going to get ready to get him going here. Green flag back in the air, back underway at Charlotte. He's going to get, once again, another huge jump on the field. Going to be a side-by-side battle here between Cale Gale in the 83 and William Hartman in the 67 heading to turn 1.
Yep, battle side-by-side for second. Battle side-by-side here. GT, Garrett, Tyler. Oh, they're all side-by-side here after the first caution here this evening. Michael Thwaites trying to make his way back up. And already, man, these guys just like simultaneously just drop it down to that inside line. Single file. And that left Michael Thwaites out there all by his lonesome. This track is not a super speedway. Michael Thwaites, right now he's got those fresh tires, Gary. He can hold it, but he's got to get down below as they go 2 by 2 up ahead of him.
Well, he does have a little bit of help now there with Tyler Hallman getting pushed up to the outside. But, yeah, this is really starting to look like trending towards maybe a short track race or an old Bristol race where the line is the bottom. If you get up out of the groove, you're going to fall back in a hurry. That's what this is looking like here, but still long way to go. No one's really been running that middle yet. Everybody's been really around the bottom. So maybe after enough rubber gets down to on the bottom lane, might see these guys move around, but as of right now, I really don't see anybody moving around a whole lot.
Oh, we're getting back here to the number 15 of Cameron Hearn. Going to make a pass there over the 30 of Justin Gann. Cameron coming from 30th to 13th already. We know these VRA guys are quick, and I'm not seeing all of them out here. I'm seeing Cameron, and there was another one, Delonte, out here. That's the only 2 that I'm seeing, because unfortunately Allen couldn't make it. Looks like Scott didn't grid.
Yeah, Scott wasn't able to grid. I think they're both having power issues here, but looks like him and Delonte and Cameron looks like we're the only ones to grid.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, Delonte caught on the outside of That is the 24 of Garrett D. Grant here. Garrett Heath also doing some battling of his own here on the outside of the 52. Here comes the 17 of Jacob Bell going to get around. So Tyler and Jacob going to get around Garrett Heath to put him back into 8th after starting 6th. It's a good passing here early on. They're, being patient. What's the old saying? There's a saying. Give and take. That's it. Give and take.
There we go. Yeah. We're seeing a lot of give and take here early for sure. Really, in my opinion, a lot better than last night's Xfinity race. People are giving people a lot more room here tonight compared to last night, which is a good sight to see here. But definitely good to see these guys giving and taking a little bit and just letting people go. They know they got 110 laps to go here yet, 114 laps to go here yet, so plenty of time.
Oh, Christian DeMoore. Looks like he is going to be under fire here with the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Tommy goes to the inside into 3 and 4 here. DeMoore, though, is going to hold that line. Could we potentially see that second groove come into play? Charlotte, you get enough rubber laid down on that outside or mid to outside line, that second groove could come in.
Yeah, I think it really could, but it really, to be the first or second guy to break it in, it really uses a lot more tire. So I think a lot of these guys are playing it safe right now. They don't want to be the first one to bring in that groove. So, but shout out to Tommy, was able to make that pass on Christian DeBoer. He's also going to be up 10 spots here since the start of the race. So
10, 10, 10, and 10. What's that? 40? 40 spots between those 4 drivers, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Zach Ogren's really putting in a solid effort here tonight. Of course, subbing in for Logan Keiss, it looks like here. So started 27th, is currently running 18th. So a good run for him so far.
Well, Logan, if you're listening out there, buddy, you need me to contact your internet provider, you let me know, because I will. I'll give him a piece of the Medlock mind. I don't care.
Well, it looks like here
a little bit of a gap.
Michael Mueller's falling back 10 spots. Looking here at his car.
Side by side, Jacob Bell in the 52 of Tyler Hallman. This is back here for 6th. Good hard racing out here. Good battling going on. Oh, the 23. No, Garrett, do not go 3 wide here, buddy. Please don't do it this early, Garrett.
He ain't going 3 wide.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, Garrett. You ain't that dumb, man.
I
keep it real here, folks. I'll say it, and maybe some 3 wide ahead of them. Oh, buddy, that was close. GT Hawkins, Cale Gale, and I think that was William Hartman there. Yes, it was. They almost took a 3 wide. Okay, they were smart about it, but to me, that was the dumbest thing to do.
They're going to get around Ed Morris here, so it's going to be 3 wide.
3 wide here, getting around that number 7. Yep.
But yeah, I noticed Michael Mueller. I don't know, from that first track, it looked like he got some minor damage in the right front fender. So I think that's what's slowing him down here, being 10 spots back. But like we said, man, long race, long way to go. Definitely some time to gain some ground and gain some points on that 52.
I want a cookie.
Well, if he wins, he gets free cookies. So that is actually a thing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So if he wins a race, he gets free cookies from the Little Bear Cookie Company.
He does. That is.
Well, he's going to have to send me cookies if he wins. Oh, no, the 17 going to take a hard lick there to the inside wall. There is a no caution here tonight. But that 17 of Tommy Haynes took a heavy lick to that inside wall on the backstretch.
On the exit too there. He hit the outside wall, and then, of course, everywhere there's an outside wall, there's an inside wall. So he came down there and hit the inside wall, but definitely not the race he's won. Is David Elliott's trying to get around him, and I don't think Tommy even saw him there.
We're going to have a caution.
No,
we're okay.
Caution.
We're okay. All right. Well, let's go. I'm still looking at it here with Tommy Haynes coming onto the outside. Yeah, just hitting that outside wall. Going to send you right there into that inside wall. He's going to have some front end damage. looks like more of the left front than anything. That could help the steering for Tommy Haynes, but does he have any engine damage? That would be the big key.
We got a big battle here for fourth here between Davey Hendricks, William Hartman, and Jacob Bell's looking right in on it here. So pretty big pack amongst these guys here. Passing, definitely, we've seen it, has been pretty tough here so far.
Yep, we're on that number 11, 67, 77, 23. It looks like we've got Tyler and Rob coming up through here as well, or coming up to this pack. Boy, really, really close, though, between Davey Hendricks and William Hartman here.
Makes you wonder if Jacob Bell's going to try to take a lane here and take the run. Looks like Garrett Heath's going to do it. He's going to try to get around these guys here.
Well, they've been out here now about 19 or so laps. 19 coming to lap 20 here. So this is around that tire fall off and beyond, Gary. So time's really, starting to fall off, and control also really starting to fall off. Charlotte Motor Speedway does have a couple of bumps there down into turn 1 that you have to dodge. I mean, if you don't dodge them, it could really upset that car with these old tires as we go too wide even behind them with Rob Haynes and company.
Yeah, really, this whole track is pretty bumpy. We see it down the front stretch, the back stretch, really anywhere. There's some bumps just about anywhere around this place.
I'm more concerned about the ones in the turns.
Yeah, definitely down there in turns 1 and 2. There's a couple big ones down there that these guys have to avoid and drive through, so which can't really upset the handling of the car.
All right, the 67 of William Hartman is going to overtake the 11. Back to single file here. We go back here to Tyler Hallman, who's going to leave that door open there for Mike Rominger to edge that nose in there, and he is going to do it down through the tri-oval and down side by side into turn number 1. Well, coming to that lap 100 to go here. This is coming up time by. Yeah, we're nowhere near green flag pit stops yet, but I mean, these tires, I think you've really got to be. I think right now you got to be on your toes about the tires.
Yeah, got to be on your toes a little bit, but I'm seeing here Cale Gale has not really lost sight of our leader. I don't know if he learned something from the last run to this run, but he's a lot closer to David Weishart this run.
Yep, David's still up there in first. He's led all the 44 laps so far, but Cale Gale is gaining on him. Maybe Cale has kind of pushed back a little bit, maybe saving some tires here. Maybe to stretch it to that fuel run, Gary. You talked about that strategy. Could that be the case?
Yeah, I think Cale was just trying to get, and he's a smart racer, but he was definitely trying to get a feel for the car, what the car was going to do that first run. I think he knows now what the car is capable of doing. As we see, he's really closing in to almost to the back bumper of the 33 here.
Oh, yeah, he is pretty much right there, down into 3 here. David
and he's able to get down to that white line just a little bit better than David Cale is right there. Able to basically hug that white line, so he's right there on the back bumper. Just needs to get a couple more good turns like he had there in 3 and 4 to maybe possibly get around him.
All right, well, keep an eye on the leader. We're going to go back here toward the pack here with Jacob Bell, Davey Hendricks. They're going to go side by side, and what a save!
Oh, 23's off there.
By the 77. What a save by the 23. Wow, that was amazing. 23 going to lose several spots, but he's going to keep it going. The 77 of Jacob Bell
here comes Cale Gale.
Going to be able to save it.
Of the 33 now.
All right.
Try to make a run.
Does it look like he's going to do it? Yeah, man, I got to keep an eye on that battle, though, back here because that save there by Jacob Bell.
Here comes Cale Gale. He's down to the bottom here. He's going to be able to try to get to the quarter panel.
Down
he's
into
right there,
turn 3 for the lead. Oh, still side by side coming out of turn number 4.
A little bit got tight, so he had to back off.
33 going to lead that lap here. And that allowed GT Hawkins to run these drivers down. Well, GT knows all about being up front, Gary, and he's gunning for that top spot right now. 26 points behind Cameron Hearn. Cameron currently running in 6th right now. We're still early, but right now GT looking pretty strong.
Yeah, and he was looking strong last night too. Won the race last night. He's going to try to win here again tonight. But yeah, GT's right on the back bumper here. Kale now, so I think Kale's about to have his hands full. He's going to let the 14 go by, I think.
No, I don't know if he's going to let him go by, but they're going to go to the inside here. GT to the inside of the 83. Ow! Still side by side out of 2 on the back stretch.
And this is really going to help David Weishart here. And now he sees that these guys are battling here for second behind him, so he's just going to maybe, hopefully, try to run away from these guys here.
Yeah, and the more they race back here, the further David is going to get. I think these drivers know that. You know,
yeah,
like,
I think they're settling it out here, right here, as you see, they're now single file.
Yeah, you know, we'll race it up for a few laps. We'll see what happens. If we're still even, well, then we'll just back it off. You know, they're not teammates. No, they're not teammates.
No, they're not teammates, but they definitely have the same common goal in mind.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kale knows that his 3 and 4 here is really a lot better than David, so he's definitely going to try to make that pass coming down the back, going to 3 again if he gets close enough to him.
Now watching Mike Franklin. Looks like Brandon Freeze going to get around the 82. Tyler Hallman, the 3 of John Sterling. Looks like right behind him, Justin Gann back here, 11th, 12th, and 13th place here. They're doing a little bit of battling of their own here.
Looks like GT's going to get to the inside again of Cale Gale for 2nd spot. Side by side going through 3 and 4 here.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to get it. He might, though. Looks like Kale's got a little bit of a better run on the outside. He's going to take the position here.
Nope. Yep, Cale Gale on the outside. Man, they're still neck and neck here down into turn number 1. Man, I don't know. I mean, I think Cale, yeah, he's going to, looks like maybe have to back out of it there. That's going to put GT up to 2nd.
Yeah, I think he knows GT's a little bit faster at this point in the run here. Maybe he could try to pick up maybe what GT's trying to do. Maybe get around the 33 of David Weishart here.
Well, yeah, GT looking for the sweep here at Charlotte. From the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series last night to, into tonight for the Rick Motec Cup Series. GT, GT, I've talked to GT, Gary. He's one of those drivers, he doesn't like to win it under caution. But as a driver, as we see him going to the inside here of the 33, I'm sure any driver will take a win regardless.
Yeah, regardless of the situation there. And he's David's found something in that middle lane where he can get a run off and kind of pinch that guy to the inside a little bit to make him have to lift.
I think David, dodging those bumps. Oh, real close
They're
there.
real tight here. Amongst our top 3.
GT to the lead. There he goes.
GT got the lead. I don't think David necessarily want to let him go, but here comes Cale.
Yep.
Cale Gale riding in 2nd.
Gale Force wins up to 2nd in the 33 of Weishart.
From David there.
David, he was doing some rubbing and racing.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a little bit of bump drafting down. And you could do it down the straightaways here if you do it right. You just got to make sure you're square to do it. And
Monte, glad to see you out there in chat here, buddy. Hang on.
Yeah, but it looks like Cale Gale and GT and David and these guys have been kind of evening out here. Let's see if there's any other good battles going on the racetrack.
I was looking for those. It looks like we've got Rob. Now, Rob's coming up through the field here.
Yeah,
he's going to get around Cameron Hearn.
Really saving his stuff here early on. And that's what Rob is really good at doing, saving his stuff for the first 10, 15 laps of a run. He might fall back a little bit by the end of it. He's usually right up there pouncing on these guys. So.
Yeah, Rob, our favorite Canadian, as we like to call him, right?
I started calling him that a long time ago.
I know. I've known Rob, though, for a long time. So, I've known Rob.
Looks like Jacob Bell's got some significant rear end damage here, and he's been falling back just a little bit. He's going to lose another spot here. It looks like Hallman, possibly. They're side by side coming off of 2 here, and Brandon Freeze and is that Mike Franklin there in the 82 right there?
Let's see here. Yeah, that is Mike Franklin. Yes, it is.
Real tight
Mike
side-by-side
Franklin,
racing here.
Brandon Freeze, Jacob Bell right up ahead of him, Tyler Hallman, Zach Ogburn back here in for Logan. Right behind them, Garrett Heath, Michael Mueller doing a battle of their own here side by side, bringing in Garrett Heath to the inside of the 23. Wait, Garrett Heath is the 23. 24 of Garrett D. Grant. Man, I get those two confused. Garrett D. Grant inside of Garrett Heath. There we go. I'll get it right in a minute.
Yeah, it looks like I thought I saw some slower traffic. Oh, yes, Ed Morris, he's off the pace. Looks like he's getting run down by the leaders once again.
Well, let's
looks
take
like
a look
Ed
here.
is going to give him the inside, I believe. He's just going to back off here, go to the up against the wall.
And Ed not having another race. You know, second night in a row for that number 7 of Ed Morris.
He's just had a lot of bad luck this season. He won at Daytona in the Cup Series, first race of the season, and really hasn't done a whole lot since. I mean, he hasn't really been up front. He's had some bad luck here and there, a couple bad runs, but he's really struggled so far up here in the Cup Series.
We're going to be edging here on a green flag pit stops here, coming up in about a lap or two, the start of them, anywhere between 40 and 47 laps. Lap 61 of 144, you can't make it to the end. Oh, it looks like we've got pit road happening already. David Weishart is down pit road, as well as Garrett D. Grant. Let's see here. Who else is that? Bobby Tinch.
Yeah, these Samson guys, they love pitting together, so not a whole big shocker by me. They also like to set the tone and pitting first, so.
Ooh, your strategy, Gary. Oh, here comes GT down pit road. Cal
yeah, we're going to see a lot of these guys coming down here. Tires are
Davey.
So
oh, buddy. Oh, we got a wreck. Oh, man,
no. Caution, though. No caution, though.
And I seen the 29.
And the 15 there. Cameron Hearn.
Oh, let's go back and take a look.
Oh, we got a caution. Got a caution.
Got a caution, but let's take a look here at what happened on pit road first.
David Weishart is around.
All right, let's take a look at what happened on pit road first, and then we will go to David Weishart because it kind of happened pretty much at the same time. So let's check what happened coming down pit road here with Rob Haynes and the 15, I believe that he is. Oh, right there it was. Yes, it looked like some contacting, maybe some net coating. Not entirely sure. Both of them spin it there coming down pit road. We'll get on David Weishart here in the 33.
Yeah, Weishart, he was just exiting his pit stall, and I don't know if he just hit the bumps wrong or something here, but first gear coming out of the pits on fire here, and
yeah,
looks like he got loose and hit some bumps there on the apron, and the car just went right on him.
Well, we see it right up into traffic here and onto the track. Did everybody get around him? It looks like they did, but this, I believe, is where that caution is going to come out. David Weishart. You know, I talk about entering pit road. I don't talk about exiting. That's a mistake, exiting pit road.
And, yeah, that's definitely a big mistake, and I know David's definitely kicking himself because that's really the second week in a row he's had lower gear issues either on a restart or coming out of the pits. I was talking with David actually Friday or Saturday after the Cup race from Thursday, and he said he had restarted in first gear all night up to the point where he spun out on the restart there, had some significant wheel spin, and said it hadn't done that all night until that restart. So I think David, he was just trying to get up out of his pit box and up to speed, and just hit some bumps down there on the apron and just went dead right on him.
Oh, man. Well, we're edging to the halfway, and yeah, Gary.
And the 33 will get the EOL there for a self-spin, so.
Yes, it looks like it says, they need to fix that. It says at fault 33, and then you go to the car number, it says 57. A little bit of a mistake there.
They're getting there. It's taking some time. But yeah, it looks like there for our second caution this evening, lap 62 at fault with 33 there. So David will be getting an EOL. Pretty easy call there for the admins. Because when
And
he shot back up into traffic, Josh, I was surprised he didn't
yeah.
hit anybody else.
Oh,
There were
yeah.
some cars coming.
Oh, yeah, because, you don't want nobody to get involved. They were coming. We got to pay some bills here coming. We're getting to that halfway mark, Gary, so let's go ahead and pay some bills here tonight. Get that out of the way. The Rick Motec Cup Series here tonight. Frank Rico, big shout out to you for what all you do over here at Extreme Motorsports at 99.com. We'll be right back, folks. Alrighty, folks, back live here. Got to pay some bills here tonight. Rick Motec, man, if you're in the market for any high-performance sim racing equipment, check them out on Facebook and on their website, or facebook.com/RickMotec, on their website at www.rickmotec.com. Everything is hand-built, done. I don't personally have anything from Rick Motec, but I've heard great things about them, so check them out. Frank, awesome job, bud.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff for the sim racing community. A lot of road stuff in particular.
Oh,
I know
yes.
a lot of road racers use a lot more of his stuff compared to the oval guys. So he's definitely got more of that higher end, more tech savvy stuff for the road guys for sure. I know it's for anybody, but usually it seems to be more popular amongst open wheels and the roadside.
Yeah, and if it's something custom you want built, like you want it to a certain spec, you send him that information and they'll build it. It's done by hand and not to, really their order. Yeah, they do. Rick Motec does have their stuff, but if you want something done by Rick Motec, made by them, they'll build it. So that's the thing about Rick Motec.
Yeah, and that's really another good thing about them too, and why their prices are a little bit higher is because they make everything, like you said, to your spec and your size and how you want things done. So, definitely a good idea to check them out.
Yes, it is. If I want a button box that has 600 buttons, guess what? Well, Rick Motec will build it.
Yeah, they will. I can't imagine how much that button box will cost. So.
I don't either. But, yeah, it's a little bit interesting. Coming out of turn number 4 here this time by, folks. Well, we're going to be back getting them going here tonight after the second caution here this evening. Pace car will dive off. GT Hawkins in control. Kel Gale on the outside. GT going to hold him back, but green flag is back out here again tonight. Good jump by GT. William Hartman, they're changing lanes at the start-finish line. Well, let's see here if they're going to go 3 wide coming out of the exit of turn number 2 here tonight. Don't advise it, but, and I'm not seeing any of that. I'm just seeing that 2 wide action. Delonte Ballard, Mike Franklin, Michael Thwaite, Zach Ogburn all right here. Pretty much grouped up together. The 51 into the wall there, Gary. What happened to the 51?
Yeah, it looked like Delonte was a little bit high. I don't know if he was side by side with somebody and it got him into the wall. If there was, oh, okay. Seeing here at the exit of turn 4, looks like the 82 and the 51 made contact.
Oh,
That's
and
why.
we're wrecking back here. Caution is out. That is going to be the 10. I do believe.
Gary May there, yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on.
And Danny Ware, too.
I clicked on the 51. And it took me to the 35.
Big back in the back in the back here. I'll say it right eventually.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Story of my night here. Him and Timothy Zayas, I think, made contact. I think.
Let's see
that's what
here.
started it here. 22.
22 here. All right, we'll go on with Timothy Zayas here real quick.
The exit 2, it looked like Timothy actually got loose, as you'll see here coming up. And,
oops. No, hang on.
Him and the 10 make contact.
Hit the wrong button.
Oh.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. All right, here we go. We're going to take a look at it here. All right, they're slowing down here for some reason. So let's go ahead and do another instant replay here. And I hit the wrong button, and we see there what happened. And then now right here, unbelievable, is where we're going to see the caution, the 10 and the 22.
Yeah,
the 22.
On the high side there.
Woo! Yeah, you got a little bit of loosey-goosey there.
Which is very surprising with what these drivers have been saying with the handling of the car. So,
yeah, the 10 goes hard into the wall and then back up into the track. Well, let's get on with the 10 here. That's going to be Gary May. We'll rewind it here. Right up into the 77. Yes, it is. And heavy damage to that number 10. It looks like the 19 of Danny Ware going to get a piece of the action here as the lights come on here tonight.
Yeah, as the lights are on here for sure. It looks like here, lap 70, at fault the 22. Contact with the 10 as the 22 got loose. He'll get an EOL after coming down to the 10 out the exit of turn 2.
All right, well, we got to look there at the caution. Of course, we'll take a look here at what the admins are saying, unless you already said that. I do apologize.
I already said it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say it again. It's going to be on the 22.
Yep, it's going to be on the 22 after he got loose. Pretty easy call there for Nick Hunt and company to make up there. So.
Yep, coming out of the corner, getting loose, and then contact with the 10 there. And I'll say it here tonight, if we see it, Gary, and it's obvious, it makes it easier. But if it's really, really close, that's even difficult not only for us broadcasters, but for the admins as well. Because if we can't determine, they look at it from several angles.
Yeah, they do have the same amount of angles that we do. Maybe their cameras are a little bit different for the most part, but it's really hard for some of these admins to make a call, especially if they're just inches off each other. They try to determine fault somewhere, and at the end of the day, they are able to call it just a flat out a racing incident. No penalties are involved, but
yes,
they really want to try to find who would be at fault first, and then they go with the racing incident.
All right, here. Well, Still under caution here. Lap 73 coming up here. And I think we're over the halfway mark here. Well, lap 72. Yeah, we're at that halfway mark here, Gary.
Yeah, we're at the halfway mark. I think we should go crank it up here, Josh.
I'm trying. That is something I would like to do is a speed cam. Well, it's labeled a speed cam here on our camera angles here, but it's still cranking up. So JT Hawkins, William Hartman, Cale Gale, Tyler Hall, and John Sterling going to round out the top 5 here. Gann, Thwaites, Ogburn, DeBoer, Duncan.
Whoa.
Wow, look where Duncan is cracking that top 10 there from 35th.
Yeah, looks like, like you said, 33rd, 35th, starting there tonight. Running up in the top 10 here, in 10th. So good run for Casey. I know this is one of his developmental races, so good run for him so far.
Good run for Casey here early on in that 111. Triple ones here tonight. Jacob Lee right behind him, starting 25th. Garrett, he started 6th, back to 12th. It looks like, take a look here at the pitting here. It looks like doesn't look like really anybody came down, and you got to get back here to Cameron Hearn at about 16th on back, who came down pit road. Pretty much everybody else stayed out.
Yeah, it looks like most of our leaders did come down there, down pit road, as we see David Weishart trying to work his way back up, actually, from being a lap down. He's back on the lead lap in 21st, but looks like a lot of our leaders, it was a pretty mixed bag. Some stayed out, some didn't. So,
well, real quick, we got time. If you make it quick, who do we pick on?
How about you interview Zach Ogburn? Go ahead.
Zach Ogburn. All right. Where is he at? There he is. Zach Ogburn, buddy, real quick. Got a copy?
10-4. How's it going?
Let's start at 27th, currently running in 8th. Over the halfway mark here, man. Substituting here again tonight, buddy. Talk about Charlotte here this evening, round 8. Real quick.
Oh, man, it's been an interesting race so far. Just kind of hanging around saving my tires, and that caution came out on the pit cycle there, so we cycled up towards the front, so that worked out for us.
Well, you got something for these drivers ahead of you, now winding down the other half of the race here this evening?
Maybe. We'll see. I'm just, like I said, just kind of saving my tires, and after about 10, 15 laps, you reel these guys back in.
All righty, buddy. Good luck, Zach.
Hey, appreciate it, Josh.
Uh-huh. All right. Ogburn out there.
Yeah, he's been very good for us this season. In trucks, he's running really good in the points here, and decided to go ahead and put him in the car, a cup car, for a couple races of development. And just turns out every time I try to put him in for a development race, Logan can't make it, so he ends up subbing anyway.
That works out perfect, you know. So, well, GT, wow, this is strange. Outside line for GT Hawkins. What?
Yeah, it's definitely a different choice. We saw the leaders tried the outside line a couple times last night, and it worked out okay, but it wasn't the greatest. So we'll see if the cup car provides anything different. Alrighty, pace car is off here. GT already going to be on the loud pedal. He's going to get a pretty good jump here. Green flag back in the air. He's going to be able to clear William Hartman there in the 67 side by side all the way back through this pack.
Oh, he didn't waste no time to get on the loud pedal. Mr. GT Hawkins out there. Rooting on out there in shout is Monte Rickard. Looks like single file going to go on now. If they want to go 3 wide, they can. But I think let's go ahead, folks. Let's crank it up here tonight. Nope, we're not, because the 111 is around. Casey Duncan.
Dang,
We caught that
Casey
live
Duncan.
here on MaxSpeedTV.
Yeah, he was running so good. We were just praising him up there in the top 10. Looked like, just a simple race incident there. Tried to come down here, and Michael Mueller was there, and just some contact. And then the 23's involved. Amazing to see everybody dodge this wreck.
Yeah, we're going to take a really close look at this. Maybe some net coating going on. Some hammy action, as I call it. But, you know, still, it's the same regardless. The 111, the 27 right there together. Ooh, boy, that was really close there between the 27 and the 111. Let's get a chase view here. Take a look at this. We'll turn the camera here just a little bit for everybody to take a look at. The 27 right there with that 111, and man, that is close. That left rear there of that 111 and that right front of the 27. I'm not
And they're
going
going to rule the 27 at fault.
at
27
fault.
will get an EOL here.
All right, coming from the admins, the 111, they're going to take a spin. The 23 going to get a piece of the action here this evening. You know, good thing about the admins taking a look at that is, you know, they got a tough job ahead of them. You know, we're looking at it here too, and, you know, it's tough. It really is. And they can go back and also look at the replay because everybody, especially if you're an admin, save replays.
Yeah, these admins really do save the replays every week, especially if a driver has any questions for after the race. They go back and watch it.
Boy, that was close. Man. All right, well, Brian O'Dell, not going to read what you said, but I do agree. All right, GT up front, William Hartman in second, Kelgale third. Let's go ahead and pull up somebody here. I mean, I want to pull up Mr. Mike Franklin. That's who I want to pull up. I got to find him, though, because I don't know where he's at. There's Rominger, the other Mike. There he is. Mike Franklin, my old buddy. Got a copy?
Got a copy.
Hey, Mike, currently running an 18th, started 32nd. Good run here, though, tonight. I mean, we are over halfway. How you feeling out there here this evening?
I think so far it's been a good race. Race car's a little tight. Little incident, got climbed up to the top 10. Little incident with another driver. Had to get some damage fixed, but otherwise, this Serv Pro Chevrolet Z01 is. I think I'm going to get back up to the field here pretty quick.
Well, do you have something for everybody ahead of you? You know, you can't make it to the end, so you are going to have to pit. Do you have something for them?
I don't know the damage I've got. The only thing I do is save tires and see if I just can't save tires where maybe they'll run through theirs.
Well, hey, got to do what you got to do, right, Mike?
That's right.
All righty, buddy. Good luck down there, man. Hey, it ain't over until that checkered flag waves, but good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mike Franklin out there currently running an 18th, started 32nd. Good run still yet, though, for Mike Franklin out there. And, you know, it's not over. You know, Mike could still come into, you know, home into victory lane. We seen what happened last night in the Xfinity Series. Unfortunately, green-white checkered. It came down to it. Ended under caution under the green-white checkered. And, Gary, you know, these Cup cars here, they're a whole different ball game here as we take a look at the cautions here. 4 cautions for 17 laps so far, 65 laps to go. Still a ways here. 4 lead changes, though, is all we've had. But you take a look at the cautions counts prior to Charlotte here for the past seasons. You know,
right
the trends.
Yeah, we're right there at the limit, and you know, I think David was on to something earlier when he was talking about how there might be some more cautions than normal here, or maybe that was Jacob Bell. I can't remember who it was in pre-race, but they were talking about how there might be a few more cautions here than normal. But really, I mean, honestly, we're right there on average with the trends, with 4 cautions, 3 cautions here. So, gonna be definitely interesting, something to watch for. If you know, the way the race has been going here, if by some miracle we get more green flag runs in, it will be a one-stop race from here. So possibly a 2-stopper. So these guys here, it's definitely going to be at least one more stop to for fuel and tires, and should be good to the end.
Well, right now, you know, say we get you know, we're going to get back going green here coming up. Do you go ahead and save your tires and fuel and bank on a caution, you know, strategy, or do you just go ahead and run it and see what happens? I mean, because we're coming down to the wire here, even though they can't make it.
If it goes green, I think as a driver, and especially with me as a crew chief and a spotter, I'm always telling my driver to save fuel under caution. I think mostly with this package, where you see the saving is either one of two things: one in the draft, or two under caution. So one of those two things, as long as they're saving as much as they can, they're going to be in good shape. But it's still going to be a one-stop race either way we look at it.
Oh, yeah. One-stop race, regardless. Shout out Nick Hunt, Calvin Herring, Doug Blackman down there in the admin tower. I know, Gary, you said that before. I do appreciate it. Go ahead and say it again here tonight. They just got a tough race here tonight, this evening. I mean, we've had a few cautions. I don't think it's over because we don't know what's going to happen, you know, from now until lap 144. If we did, we'd tell you, but we don't. We can't see the future here, folks. 43 out there watching here tonight, 13 likes. I think we can hit that 20 like mark here this evening. Gary, GT has chosen the outside again. Get them going.
Yep, GT choosing the outside again, which, hey, I mean, it worked last time. Maybe it'll work this time. My driver to watch, I think, on this restart is going to be that 83, I think, just to see what he does. Pace car is off. And GT's going to wait here. Green flag back in the air. He's back on the loud pedal. And he did not get a good enough restart there as the last time. Looks like they're going to be side by side. Actually, GT's going to end up clearing them going into one.
Yeah, he's going to end up clearing them, and I think that's based off of not wanting to spin tires because these drivers have been out here at about 19 or so laps. We're side by side here between Tyler Hallman and William Hartman. Boy, I almost got their last names confused. They'd both slap me here tonight. Side by side here for a second. Cale Gill, John Sterling. They're doing a little bit of battling of their own. It looks like the 83. That's the guy you said you're going to have to watch. And here comes Cale. Gale Force wins Gale out there. Gale trying to edge up there. But I think right now we're going to go ahead, and even though they're side by side here tonight, we're going to go ahead and crank it up here tonight on MaxSpeedTV, folks. We're wrecking here. We're going to go ahead and get off, crank it up here tonight. It looks like Brandon Free is going to be involved in this. I don't know if this is where it initiated
the
or not.
22, it gets into the back end of the 9 here. Timothy
Okay.
Zayas and Mike Rominger make contact.
Okay, we'll go
And it
on
looks
Timothy
like Mike
Zayas
Franklin
here.
there is right there just in front of this wreck.
Okay, so we'll be on Timothy Zayas here in the 22 with that number 9 and Mike Franklin. Down into the corner. There it is, right there. We see it. Get on a chase view. Take a look at it here.
And Jacob
for
Bell just
everybody.
nowhere to go, unfortunately, for Jacob Bell there in the 77.
All right here, the 22 right there. Oh, boy, that was close between the 22 and the 9 right there for sure. I think maybe some contact happened between the 22 and the 9, and that's going to send the 9-9 right back up into the 77. Yeah, and Jacob Bell nowhere to go, and he's going to have some heavy damage. Brandon Free's going to get a piece of this too, as he comes through here, T-boning and then glitching that number 9. However, iRacing taking very good care of that glitching issue. The 05 also going to take a piece of that number 2 machine here. The number 2 going to have some significant damage here after glitching and getting damaged there. Man, that is what happened here this evening. That is one of the cautions.
Yep, that's one of the cautions right there. And it's just really just these cars are just so close together to one another. It's just, you kind of have to know your drivers, as we're seeing everybody come down pit road. Pretty easy call here. Everybody's going to get 4 in fuel. Still just a little bit outside the window to make it to the end. But, yeah, I mean, with everybody just being so close together, Josh, it's really hard to, not wreck anyone, if that makes sense.
For sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. You're not trying to do it intentionally, but it's so close that you just don't know, unless you know exactly where the front end of your car is, you don't know where the back end of that car is of that other person. You don't know their braking points. Every driver is different. Even if you're on the same team, Gary, your driving point, your braking point is totally different.
Right. Garrett Grant is going to win the race off pit road. And it looks like David Weishart with that first pit stall is going to be second.
Let's see, Garrett D. Grant at about...
That's going to be William Hartman and GT.
I think we see a couple of tire change here tonight. About a 9.1 between the both of them. So...
Really? Okay.
9 point...
Well, they also might have pitted maybe a caution ago. We haven't really seen any long green flag runs here in the last little bit. So we might have seen some of these guys take 2. Looks like that last green flag run was only 5 laps, 6 laps. So
okay, yeah,
definitely a prime time for them to maybe take 2 right sides there and
they
try.
Still can't make it to the end though. 144.
No, still can't make it to the end on fuel. No, they will have to put one more time.
Now 144 subtract 90, about 54 laps
on the 22.
Oh, they are? Okay. Well, you're getting them before I do because you can hear chatter. Yeah, you can hear the chatter from the admin. So
yeah, the 22, that's his second offense tonight. So he's going to have to do a pass-through under green.
Well, unfortunately, the next one is going to be an EQ.
Yeah, and I like how they did this year. They took away the X amount of incidents that you get before it kicks you out. They just decided, hey, 3 strikes, you're out. Make it simple for everybody.
Yes.
And, of course, this time, he's got to make a pass-through. So Timothy's just going to have to be really careful the rest of this race to make sure he doesn't initiate any more contact.
Yeah, and it looks like he is... going to be crossing the stripe here. Looks like they are still under caution here tonight. Got to be careful. Yep, we are going to be getting that official word. 22 with the 9-9. Going to receive it looks like, from what I'm seeing, a black flag.
Yes, 22 black
Yes.
flag, and that's just a pass through.
Okay,
Again, under
a
green,
pass
so.
through. EOL is the first one. Black flag is pass through, apparently.
Yes,
And then, of course, your third offense
you're
is
parked.
you're parked.
Yep.
So, okay. Little confused here in the docks.
No, I got you. Yep, it's always good to make sure you know that rule book as well, which of course you do. But I know sometimes the way they word it in the Google Doc gets kind of confusing sometimes. So.
I'll blame Nick.
Yeah. Hey, you got
I'll
time.
blame Nick out
You
here
got
tonight.
time. You want to pull someone up?
Man, we're coming out of 4 here, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't live. There we go. Okay, never mind. Next caution. Because there will be a next one, unless it's with 10 to go. Then of course not.
Well, let's run it green from here. Run it green from here tonight.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Fair enough. So it looks like Zayas is going to get his EOL here.
Yep. Yeah, it happens
Or he's
on
not
2
getting
to
EOL.
go or 1 to
I'm
go.
sorry. He's not getting an EOL. He has to pass
It's
through.
a pass through, so he'll
Yeah,
stay
so
where
I
he's
think-
at. But
Yes, he will stay where he is on track, but he's already basically to the back anyway.
But he's on the he's on the outside, and I think he has 3 laps to
He's
do
got
that.
3 laps to serve it, and then they stop scoring you.
Yes.
Well, actually, iRacing will just kick you out of the race altogether. So.
Yeah, so it's a black flag. Once the admins press that button, he'll have 3 laps to serve that black flag. Once that happens, he comes down pit road. They'll clear it. Once that is done, then he can come back out on the track and, continue to race the race. But, man, this is going to hurt that number 22 machine here tonight. As it looks like Garrett D. Grant of the 24 Northern Capital machine going to be on the outside of his teammate there, David Weishart. Beating him off of pit road here.
Which is a very interesting call there to see them get 2 tires. But, I think this is another way for them to win their track position back, and maybe they get a quick yellow, and they're able to maintain it. So.
And that could be possible, too. Turning out of 4 here tonight. Pace car going to dive off once again here this evening. Garrett D. Grant going to be on the loud pedal, and he got a better jump than the 14 did. Green flag is back out. He knows he's got a teammate there with him of David Weishart as they go side by side down into turn number 1. David going to go retake the lead. And Garrett going to drop it down to the number 14 in front of GT, though. Fresh tires, all 4, man, down to the inside into 3 here tonight for second.
Yep, GT going to take that second spot away pretty easily from Garrett Grant. Garrett's going to fall back to 3rd here. Then it's William Hartman and Cale Gale rounding out the top 5. So all 5 of these guys, you can throw a blanket over them. Really 6 of them if you count Tyler Holman as well.
Yeah, Tyler. Well, we haven't mentioned Tyler much here. Well, we have earlier on, and then later in the race we didn't, and now we're talking about him again. He's outside of the top 5 into 6th. Looks like Justin Gann going to do some battling of his own on the outside of Michael Thwaites. It seems like that primetime 12 we've been all over again here tonight. Last night was the same way with primetime. Tonight it's Michael Thwaites with the 30 of Gann. Davey Hendricks now to the inside. Here we go. They're going to get it cleared out here.
Yes, they are. And we may not talk about Michael all the time, but he's always one of those quieter drivers on prime time where he'll run top 10 every week and be content with it. So he's definitely one of the I think underrated drivers from prime time. As we see Rob Haynes in a battle here amongst the 30 car, Justin Gann
right
and the
behind
15
him.
Cameron Hearn. So
I was just thinking of a nickname there for Thwaites, either Python or Anaconda. I don't know, because they'll be friendly to you, and then they can bite you. He's one of those drivers. He's sneaky. He is very calm. So,
yeah, he's not going to impress you with the speed or anything, but he is still fast enough where if he's in the right position at the right time, he knows how to flip into that other gear to put some fast laps down at the end of the race and maybe win a race or 2.
I think Python sounds better, so we'll call him Michael Python Thwaites here tonight. This is just for tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it looks like Rob
Oh,
Haynes
Rob,
is trying to get a push here from Cale
Cameron.
Cameron
Cameron
Hearn.
Hearn. Oh,
Looks like
buddy.
Cameron may have bumped him
Man,
there a
that's
little bit.
close. Oh, really close there between them two, but Rob going to hold on to it there for 11th.
Yep, and Cameron really hasn't had the most dominant car here tonight. He's really had to battle and scratch his claw his way up through here. He didn't qualify, so he doesn't have the greatest pit stall either. So he's really had to crawl his way up through this field here.
Well, you know, it's Charlotte. Everybody should know, everybody in the Cup Series here should know how to race Charlotte. If you don't, well, get off of iRacing because you get the track, Gary. I mean, that track comes with iRacing.
Yep, it really does. And the street stocks, right from rookie street stocks, these guys go here to Charlotte. It's like their Talladega, so to speak, for the street stocks. So
pretty much, yeah.
Really early on, they get a lot of experience at Charlotte, very early in their iRacing career.
Yeah, and I know the Cup cars are totally different from.
Oh, here comes
the 67 of the Hartman. Yeah, well, I just seen that in my speed here.
Fall back to third.
Oh, Christian DeBoer there. Oh, Cale. Come on, Cale. Put those F5 wins up there, buddy.
He's definitely making that middle lane work a little bit better as the tires wear out. See, he's got a good run here on the 33 of David Weisert. Yep. Gonna use the good old crossover move there.
Well, the more they race, the further up, though. GT and Williams going to get ahead of them, though. That's the thing, and it looks like Cale. He's going to complete it. Yes,
and that's
he
what
did.
You're starting to see, I think, in my opinion, those two tires starting to fade off that 33 just a little bit, and the four tires really starting to come in for Cale and company.
Man, these drivers, man, they're rocking it here tonight. Go ahead and take a look at the caution number here. 5 cautions, 22 laps, 43 laps to go. We still have plenty of laps, though, Gary. I mean, 43 laps at Charlotte may not seem like a whole lot, but, you know, it's a mile and a half. You know, the way these drivers are driving the track here.
Amongst teammates.
Okay, well, go ahead and take a look at that here. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen here, especially these guys are taking their time around here with this package. It takes them a little bit longer, about 30 seconds to get around here, as opposed to when they had a little more horsepower.
Oh, here comes GT to the inside.
Trying to make an inside move here with the crossover there. You see Cale, he's not running that white line. He's running just above it. He's found a really good sweet spot there, and he's just all over the back of these guys, but that's what happens with this package.
On the outside,
you get a run, sometimes you don't know where to go.
Yeah, on the outside is David Weishart. You know, Cale, yeah, he's not putting that left front and left rear right on the line. He is just, I would say about what would you say, about a foot? You know,
yeah, about a foot above that. Here side by side, he's going to have to hug the line a little bit, but here he comes. He's going to come into second, I think, this lap.
Let's see here.
He beat William there.
Cale Gale. Oh, he did, but he's still battling him here.
I think he's going to clear him here.
Wow, he did.
As we get the Gary May here, slower car.
Down to the inside.
Oh, here comes Cale inside.
Boy, the 14, I believe, seen that one, though, Gary.
Yeah, he's seen that coming in his mirror. Cale's going to get a run here to the outside. I think he's going to try and maybe make it happen, but you know his teammate there. He's going to work with the 14 there.
Everybody up back here from all the way back to Davey Hendricks. This pretty much put everybody together, and we go back up front. You're talking about it. The lead here, GT, Cale
Gale. Weishart, he's going to try to help out Cale Gale. Cale's really been able to make that middle lane work here in 3 and 4, so I think he might be able to maybe beat GT to the line here. I think he's going to be able to get him.
Cale Gale will lead his first lap here tonight, but GT going to fight hard there to the inside.
Here comes Cale. He's spinning it even harder down into turn 1 there.
Come on, Cal. I got a Klondike bar here for you.
Yeah,
Don't
really hard
take
side-by-side
that
battle for the
literally,
lead.
folks. Please. I like to joke around with everybody out here, so.
And here comes Kale. I think he's going to be able to lead that lap again. Oh, no. I think GT's going to get it there at the last second there. 6/1000ths of a second.
Well,
By an inch.
GT did get it. Man, we are side by side 3 rows deep here tonight. All the way back to Harmon and John Sterling. And now, really 4 rows deep. Thwaites and Hendricks, and right behind them, Rob Haynes.
Yep, Rob hanging right there with these guys. I think he's just waiting for a mistake to be made. He's just kind of biding his time back there in that 9th position, but these guys still just battling really hard side by side. Look how close they're getting to each other here,
Well, I
Josh.
told Kale I had a Klondike bar, but he's not listening.
I don't think he's ready for that Klondike bar just yet. Let him know here in about 30 laps.
All right, man, still side by side, boy. Oh, GT gonna edge that lap.
Make it close
we're
there.
gonna do a switch over. No, we're not. Oh,
There he comes.
Yes,
Here comes
we
Kale.
are.
He's going to come to the bottom here.
Oh, boy, GT closed that gap quickly, though. Man.
And this is where we're getting to the point of the race here, Josh. For the lead, we're gonna see some blocking. It's just gonna happen. It's bound to happen here late in the going, and you can do that. You are allowed to block here in extreme.
Yeah, but if you cause a caution while blocking,
right? Exactly.
You know.
You can make the first move, but can't make that second move as they try to block up. So.
Exactly.
Unless
Nope.
you get within 10 to go, then it's legal. So.
I thought even under 10 it was.
I have to go back and read it, but I think
Okay. That might have been changed. I don't know.
oh, somebody bounced off the wall. I saw sparks flying.
Maybe.
Here comes John Sterling. Oh, Willem Hartman trying to make a 3-wide sandwich there.
Oh man! No, we
I
didn't have.
I thought David Weishart was about to be in the middle of an East Coast Motorsports sandwich right there.
No, we didn't have a 3-wide medlock here tonight. That's the thing. We do haven't had 3-wide medlock here tonight. So.
Get to save your voice for another week here.
Well, a little bit of a breakaway between GT and Kale Gale. You know, these two have broke away from this pack here, I should say.
Yeah, it really is a pack here at this point, Josh. It really is.
Man, so side by side here for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and I think 8th here. 9th, yeah, Rob Haynes. He's still creeping up
right there.
And Gann coming up through here as well.
Cameron Hearn, these guys here.
I'm going to start calling these guys creepers. These drivers. Good Lord. Oh, no, the 52. Can they save it? 3 wide as he saved it. We're still 3 wide. I missed it here, but,
a new pair of pants there.
Man, I think that deserves a MaxSpeedTV replay. What do you say here tonight?
Go for it.
All right, MaxSpeedTV replay here this evening. The save for the 52 of Tyler Hallman here tonight. They did go 3 wide. I didn't say it. I didn't see it, but they were 3 wide. That's 2 wide here as, man, they just battle it out here tonight. Under a replay here, look at this save. The 11 going to go to the inside of that 52. The 52 gets loose up into the 3-3 into the wall. 3 wide here. Good save. Really by everybody out there. The 3, the 15, the 52. Man, that was amazing. We're going to go back live up here. It looks like they got it straightened out here. Single file.
Yeah, and GT has slowly been scooting away here from the 83 of Kale Gale, but I think that little incident there, even though it wasn't a caution, it's really spread the field back out a little bit.
Yes, it has. Darren Bruce out there in chat. Wow, this is good stuff. Incredible racing up front. And Gary, it has been incredible racing up front, man.
Really
these
just incredible
drivers,
racing throughout the pack here tonight, Josh. I mean, these guys have really been racing hard all night.
Yeah, regardless of, the cautions here this evening, just pretty good racing, but a pretty good gap here between Mike Franklin and Jacob Lee here. Jacob Lee started 25th up to 17th, though, so he's still having a pretty good race here tonight. Delonte Ballard, a good gap there between him and the 21.
21
David.
cars here on the lead lap here, Josh.
Yeah, I know. The 21 car is on the lead lap. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just saying 21 cars in general
21
are left on the lead lap
cars. All right, that got me confused there, Gary.
here.
21 drivers on the lead lap. The 21st driver is going to be the 77
it looks like
of
Davey's
Jacob
going to
Bell.
start the round of green flag pit stops here. Him and Cameron Hearn both. And seeing the 24 and the 56 as well.
The Bower Grant down pit road here, lap 118 of 144.
This is going to be the final pit stop here. The 27 is pitting as well. The 52 is pitting.
They've been out here at about 29 laps. I think right now, everybody knows they can make it. So we'll see what GT does. GT down pit road. David Weishart.
A lot of the leaders here coming down pit road.
Yeah, I can't keep up with everybody here. I'm trying. GT, David, William, down pit road here. Rob,
John is going to inherit the lead
Zach.
here for the moment.
Kel Gale is our leader.
52 is pitting. 83 is pitting.
52, Tyler Hallman. The 82 of Mike Franklin. 21 of Jacob Lee. Jacob Lee Racing. Go check them out, guys, over on Facebook. So we got these guys coming out pit road.
Michael Waits is going to be our leader here with Justin Gans second. These guys have not pitted yet.
Banking on a caution here. I don't know. I think right now you have got to pit. Yeah, Mike Franklin. Looks like Ballard going to stay out, as well as David Elliott going to stay out as well.
Yeah, I think these guys are going to have to pit here pretty soon. Looks like Michael Waits is going to make his pit stop here. Same with Justin Gann. David Elliott's also pitting.
Franklin going to stay out, as well as, I believe, that's it.
I think Delonte has pitted. No, he's staying out.
Delonte.
Yellow flag's out. Lucky break there for Mike Franklin and company there. As we've only got 8 cars on the lead lap here, Josh.
This changes things, but I don't know where that came out.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll be on Garrett Heath here, but I don't think it was with Garrett. Phantom caution? I don't know. We'll take a look here.
We'll have to see what the admins say here.
Oh, Garrett Heath.
But that is going to be a lucky break for Timothy Zayas. He is the first car a lap down. He got a lap down early, stayed out, got up to 7th, so he's going to be the lucky dog.
Brandon Freeze.
Oh, Brandon, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have a front end. Let's see what happened to him.
No, I just was on Garrett Heath there, and I seen Brandon there on the front stretch. It looks like some contact maybe
between him and Alan Elwood here.
That
looked like Brandon Freeze got sent to the chicane there on the front straightaway for the road course here.
All right, so we'll take a look at it here. Oh, 42 coming out pit road, 5 trying to dodge it right up into that number 2 machine. That will spin that number 2 here this evening. I believe that is where the caution is going to come out. So Allen did make it in 93 laps into the race. We'll, of course, get the official word here from the admins. So, Gary?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
That fault will be the 5. Contact with the 2. 5 EOL.
Yep. Alan Elwood's going to get the EOL. I would just want to make sure I wasn't seeing things there because I saw that the 5 was not in the race, but he's here now, 93 laps down.
Yep. Man. Well, not the way to come into a race there, Gary, for Alan Elwood.
Yeah,
getting a caution right off the bat, or demon at fault there. So that
Jacob Bell is our leader as of right now. Am I seeing this here right?
I'm seeing Michael Thwaites. That's who I'm seeing.
Okay.
So you're seeing things.
Well, I see he's up there.
Jacob Bell, yeah, he's currently running in 6th. But he's on pit road.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Gary having some issues here tonight, folks.
I'm not live. Sorry, that's why.
They're Bruce, buddy. Oh yeah, they're good, man. This is not usually what we see here in the Cup Series, but it's Charlotte. These guys racing their hearts out here tonight. Round 8, 2 more races after tonight. We got people vying to get into that top 12, Gary. Right now, if you're going to do something and you're on that bubble, you got to do it and start it now. You can't wait till round 10 because that's it.
Yeah, we've had a lot of battles here for points battles as well as track battles here tonight. A lot of change. I think there's still going to be. This is not going to be the final standings, obviously. But, a lot of point swings have happened here tonight, just in one race alone. Especially when Weishart earlier, when he spun coming off pit road, and he got back to the back, was a lap down, got back on the lead lap. Now he's somewhere on track.
I've got him scored right now at 12, but he's ahead, I believe, of the pace car here, or ahead of the leaders. So
yeah, a lot of these drivers here from 7th on back, because we only had 6 cars on the lead lap when the caution came out. 7th on back looks like we're going to take a wave around here, which obviously was going to happen because the cars that had not pitted yet were at the end of their run, so they were going to pit.
All right, Gary.
And these guys are good to go to the end.
Okay, so they are good to go.
Fuel-wise, anyway. Now, if we get a caution here late and there's tires involved, then we might see some strategy play out.
Yeah. Strategy definitely a big key. Okay, they didn't get that one to go here yet. So do we bring anybody up here? 20 to go here tonight, man. Winding down the final laps here this evening. Who do you want to interview?
Man,
I interviewed the last one, so you got to do this one.
Pull up Cameron Hearn.
Cameron Hearn. All right, we'll get him up here. VRA. There you go, buddy. He's right there, Cameron Hearn.
All right, Cameron Hearn. Gary Wilson, the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, bud. So I see you didn't qualify here tonight. You started 29th. Crawled your way back up into the top 10. Of course, you got to take a wave around here. Just talk about your race. What's it been like having to fight your way up through the pack?
Yeah, didn't qualify. I'm having some wheel issues. Have no feedback on the wheel, so there's no weight to it. And it's really tricky to get around here. Was actually doing real well. Green flag pit stops. I kind of got punted a little bit going into the pits. Got into, I think, Haynes a little bit, but killed my right rear. I'm amazed that I'm up here battling for a top 10, but overall, I'll be happy with the top 10. I know there's a lot of fast guys, so hopefully I can hold them off.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of summed it up there. Definitely been an up and down race for you for sure. Do you think you have a shot for a top 5 here tonight at all?
I've seen crazier things happen, but there's got to be some hard racing and some guys honestly getting into walling each other and stuff. But I'm shooting for a top 10. Shot 5 would be way more than I expect.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we'll let you go here. We're seeing that you're taking your wave around. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, Cameron.
Thank you.
No.
Didn't want to keep him up here too long because those wave rounds get a little bit tricky sometimes.
Yeah, they get a little bit hectic. Pass this guy, pass that guy. You need this guy behind you. You need this guy ahead of you. Yeah, I've raced at one point or another here on iRacing. I know how it goes.
Yeah, with the wave around with these many cars that are getting waved around, it's really important you stay on top of your stuff for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see here. I know they got the one to go in iRacing. The admins can extend it if they're not bunched up together here, as the wave rounds do happen. So coming out of 3, We 3 and 4 here? Yes, we
sir.
are. All righty, buddy. Gary, go ahead and get them going here tonight.
All right, well, the pace car here is getting ready to make that left turn. Speaking of which, off the pit lane here. Michael Thwaite's going to be your leader. Green flag, he's on the loud pedal. He's going to get a pretty solid restart here over Justin Gannon in second place. Mike Franklin, teammate there to Justin Gannon, going to be able to get down to the inside there to get up into the second spot. Not seeing a lot of guys here that normally aren't up front like this that often. Going to be interesting here as things start to play out with a lot of these faster guys up toward the back end of the top 10.
Well, Michael Thwaites, though, up front, prime time. Mike Franklin
it's
up
just a
there.
mob back here, Josh. Look at this pack back here with Kill Gale and company. It's just a madhouse.
Oh, geez, yeah, we're looking at it here. Let's get on GT because it's a madhouse. It really is. Look at Zayas, though.
Even with all that damage and all.
Exactly. He is edging for a solid finish here. Timothy Zayas, from what I'm seeing here, not in the top 15, but, trying to edge his way into that. Not sure where he's at in the points, but he also has to watch what he does.
He has to really watch what he does here the rest of the race because he gets in one more incident and he's deemed at fault. That's his race for the evening, So,
yes, it is.
He's going to have to be really careful here these last 20 laps.
And look at that 15 of Cameron Hearn here all over the back bumper of Cale Gale. Looks like we got a blinker up there. I think that might be either Delonte or Justin. We got side by side though going with Justin and the 51. Well, it's 51 on the car, but it's supposed to be the 35 of Delonte Ballard. So Justin is going to make the pass there on Delonte. 3 wide. Are we going to have 3 wide?
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I changed the camera and I get so frustrated.
Well, here comes Cale Gale and company working his way up through this field, already back up to the 7th spot. Working with Davey Hendricks and GT Hawkins, trying to get that tow from the Toyotas to get up toward the front.
Well, speaking of makes and models here, who's on top? I think it's Toyotas, right?
Yeah, Toyotas have definitely been driving the best on iRacing.
The 83, the 11, real close. Go ahead, though. I'm watching it.
But yeah, so I mean, the Toyota's definitely up there as far as driving ability. I have been told by a few people that do iRacing all the time, the Toyotas actually have the better handling, the better speed over the long run. The Chevys and the Fords will get that fire-off speed really well, but after the tires get worn out, the Toyotas seem to carry a little bit more speed through the corners as the tires wear.
All right. Well, we're still watching that. I'm watching the battle here between Cale Gale and Davey Hendricks. They've been side by side here for about 3 laps. Cameron Hearn driving his way up here. Now going to be going side by side with his teammate there, the 11 of Davey Hendricks. So,
and Cale Gale's
Gale
right
going to make that pass.
GT now.
These drivers, man, neck and neck. No bounty here tonight, folks, so don't even worry about the bounty. That ended last night on the first night of the bounty. So, Gary, again, thank you so much for throwing that out there, man. That was interesting for sure. We had to see it end under caution. But that was interesting for sure. And the battles we're seeing right now here at Charlotte for the Rick Motec Cup Series, they're interesting as well because anything can happen with 11 to go.
Yeah, definitely. Anything can happen with 11 to go here as we see these guys taking 10 to go now. Michael Thwaite's still your leader, though. Has a pretty good gap over second place Mike Franklin, and then, of course, Justin Gannon third. So if this keeps up, I think our boys back here, the really fast guys of GT Hawkins, Cale Gale and company, I think they're just going to run out of laps.
Well, taking a look at our past winners, we're going to reach that 9 to go this time by, folks. So Of course, interviews are done, or I try not to interview anybody under 10. Of course, green and white checkers. Well, I don't do that. I don't interview anybody under a GWC. But we take a look at the past winners for the Cup Series. Ed Morse, of course, Daytona. We got Cameron Hearn, round 2, 3, and 4. Alan Elwood, around 5. GT Hawkins, round 6, and then Cameron Hearn, round 7. So, we've got Cameron Hearn, we got VR Ray, we got Prime Time, and then we got ECM.
Yep,
so
and that's it.
That's it.
Yep. And so seeing Primetime be getting number 2 here on the board, so to speak, this season, with a different driver, I don't think I'm trying to see if Thwaites has won a Cup race. I'll have to go back and look at the stats here.
Yeah,
but,
go ahead and look at that, Gary, if you want to.
Not to my knowledge, though. But how many lead changes have we had here tonight?
Lead changes. We'll go ahead and pull that caution out here tonight. 6. We've had 6 cautions here so far. We got maybe a battle here between the lead. We'll keep on Mike Franklin and Michael Thwaites here. 25 cautions, 7 laps to go. 18 lead changes here. That's lead changes.
That breaks the record from the last 3 races here. The most was season 10, which was a season ago. They had 17 lead changes. Tonight they've broke that here with 18. So, and they might break it again here with Mike Franklin. Here with Michael Thwaites here.
Yeah, he is all over the back bumper there of that number 12 machine. Justin Gann trying to get up there, but, I haven't talked about
cars. Slow cars up ahead here. Brandon Breeze and is that Casey Duncan in the 111, I think?
111, let's see here. Yes, it is. Yes.
So looks like
not up around them yet, but yeah, now they're coming
there.
Are. Yep, they're right there, getting around the 2. Now they're edging down to the inside of that 111 machine. So our leaders getting through some lap traffic here. Doesn't look like it messed them up any. It couldn't mess up though Justin Gannon Company. Well, he's coming out of the 111 right now, so. But he's coming up on Mike Franklin about 8.5 tenths of a second there. I think Justin could catch up to Mike Franklin and Thwaites here. I really do. 4 to go here tonight. Oh, man, Gary. What's Mike got planned here for Thwaites?
Blocking, and a lot of it, honestly. He's going to have to do some blocking here on Mike Franklin, and Franklin's just going to have to do the best he can to counter those blocks and maybe try to get around the leader here.
Well, okay, you did opposite of what I asked, but that's cool. Mike Franklin or Michael Thwaites, you're saying going to do some blocking on Franklin. What's Mike Franklin going to do to get around Thwaites?
Well, really, if he can get up to his bumper on the exit of 2 and try a slingshot, it seems like that's where the passing has happened the most. Or if he could try to run this outside here that we've seen Cale try, if he could try the Cale Gale line here in 3 and 4, he might be able to get some momentum here a time or two. Maybe try to at least get to the back bumper of Thwaites and maybe try some kind of crossover maneuver to get around him.
Well, a little bit of a gap now between Michael Thwaites and Mike Franklin. Eric Griggins out there in chat. Michael Thwaites, coming from 8th. We haven't talked about him much here tonight. Battling there where the battles have happened, where he was involved. But he's worked his way up to the front. 2 to go as we exit.
Going to the white flag.
Turn number 4 here tonight. It looks like white flag going to be in the air. 1 to go. We're going to end it under regulation here this evening for the Rick Motec Cup Series here tonight. Can Thwaites hang on to it out of 2? It looks like he is going to do it. I don't think Franklin is going to be able to get up to that number 12. 3 and 4. Coming out of 4 here tonight, prime time, Michael Thwaites, number 12, gonna win it here tonight. Good run for Thwaites, Franklin, and Gann here this evening.
And a good run for 4X Racing, their best run of the year, topping it off with the 2nd and 3rd here this evening.
Man, good solid finish here tonight for the Rick Tech Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Michael Thwaites gonna make it 4 different winners here for the Rick Tech Cup Series, Gary. 4. Unlike yesterday, tonight is 4.
Yes, sir. 4 different winners here so far in the Cup Series. Really been some tight competition, so good to see a different winner here, even though it is from one of our big 3 teams in prime time. Still good to see a different winner in victory lane.
Yes, it is. As Michael Thwaites going to burn it up here on the front stretch here tonight. Man, what a run for Thwaites. Hanging on, and I think he stayed out there 23 laps. It looks like pretty much everybody 20 plus. So just did what he had to do to hang on to it. Thwaites, our winner here. Franklin in second, again in third here tonight, folks. We're going to step away and play, got to pay some bills, of course, and we'll get the top 3 up here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, we're back here live on MaxSpeedTV. Of course, we have caught up with our top 3 here. We're going to start here with our third place finisher, Justin Gann. And I do believe Gary's falling behind here. We're going to go ahead and pull him up here. I believe Gary has caught up with Justin here tonight. Gary, go ahead, bud.
Well, Justin, good, solid third place run. I think this is one of your first top 5s of the year, at least being up here with us in the top 3. Talk about your race, man. You were starting toward the back there in 22nd, worked your way up to 3rd. Definitely one of your best hard-fought finishes of the year so far.
Oh yeah, I think I had a pretty good long run car. Definitely could, after about, I don't know, 15, 20 laps, I could feel I was starting to catch the leaders, and a couple of those cautions happened to work out pretty well for me. But man, saving tires was key, and there must be something in the air tonight because ServPro performed pretty well. I was definitely excited.
Yeah, you and Mike Franklin there finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively. And you kind of talked about what was going through your mind there. You guys, you and Michael Thwaites and Mike Franklin stayed out there for that last run and got that caution. what was going through your mind as the caution came out? Were you thinking that this is definitely one of your races to win here now? Now that the caution came out, what was going through your mind during that last cycle of green flag pit stops?
I to be honest, I had no idea where I came out of the pits at when it said I think it was second when I came out. I was very surprised because sometimes it all depends on where the caution comes out at and when you can get outside of the pits. Uh, but yeah, I just I really got lucky, I guess. But had a solid car, felt comfortable on the track, so I knew I could run up front. Just a few extra things happened to work out for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, next week we go to Kansas, another mile and a half here on the schedule. How do you feel about going into Kansas next week?
Oh, I love Kansas. It's a it's another one of those tire saver tracks. So I enjoy really having to conserve and as long as we get those long green flag laps, I think I can perform pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, definitely your best run of the season so far. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thank yous you want to give as we let you go celebrate your third place here tonight?
I want to give a shout out to ServPro, all the guys on my team. Um, I want to thank Extreme for putting this league on. It's an awesome league, and I want to thank the admins up in the tower and you guys up in the booth.
Oh, thank you very much, Justin. We'll let you go celebrate your third place here. Good run tonight. We'll see you next week.
All righty, appreciate it.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to our second place here tonight. We interviewed him earlier in the race. That's going to be the 82 of Mike Franklin. Mike, buddy, second here tonight. You were running down a Thwaites there, but you backed off. Something happened. I don't know what. Talk about it, man. What happened there?
Yeah, well, I knew a 20-lap run. The first few laps, I just wanted to sort of save my tires a little bit. I was running him down, and then right there in the middle of the run somewhere, I don't know, he slowed up or something, and we sort of, I got in the back of him and just really messed up my run on that end of it. And then after that, I just didn't have anything else for him after that, and he just pulled away. We stayed about even, and I didn't have anything else for him. Even I was driving as hard as I could, so he just pulled away and he got the win.
Well, how did the tires hold up? I'm hearing about 15, 20 laps. It's really about all that you guys were getting out here to the tires. We didn't have that major green flag run. We had a green flag pit stop there too. But how were the tires after about 20 laps? I'm hearing that after 20, they were gone.
Oh yeah, that right front was total junk if you didn't try to conserve at least a little bit on the first of a run. And Chris being up front, it's hard to save anything when you're up front running as hard as these guys run, and you just want to keep up and stay in the mix and go for that W. So yeah, I just had to manage it late in the run, and of course strategy call late there, me staying out. I was going to go to the end. I had enough fuel, so I was going to gamble a little bit, and it worked out for me.
Well, hey, man, second place. Not a bad run, Mike, man. Awesome race out here. But we go from the mile and a half of Charlotte to the mile and a half, really a one-lane track here of Kansas. What's your thoughts on Kansas for round 9?
I just assume they take it off schedule, honestly. It's one of those tracks. The fastest way is up high. It's like a Darlington. You're up high, and you really got to go low to pass, and it's hard to pass there. So you want to get what you can on the start of the race, get what you can on pit road, and just keep your car off the wall.
Well, do you think Kansas is going to be a rinker-dinker in the point standings, for the top 12 going into next week?
It could be, because you never know who's going to go up against that wall, bounce off. And, I've seen plenty of Daytona type wrecks at Kansas, and you just never know who's going to bounce off the wall and take out the field.
It could happen. We don't know. But, hey, congratulations on Charlotte here tonight. Second place, buddy. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate here tonight?
I just want to thank Rigmotech for the sponsorship, ServPro, Forex Racing. I know my teammate got third. all the help those guys give. You guys in the booth, Extreme Motorsports, all the guys on the track, and all the fans out there watching. Hope they put on a good show and hope they enjoyed the race.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you go celebrate here second, man. Awesome job. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. Michael Thwaites here, and I know Gary has caught up with him on pit road, champagne, and all that other good stuff. Gary, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, we're down here in the virtual victory lane here with Michael Thwaites. Michael, I think this is your first Cup win, if I'm not mistaken, or at least first on this season anyway. Talk about your run, man. You stayed in the top 10, hung around all night long, and pulling out here with the W. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's actually my first win in this league, period.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. But no, yeah, just had a good car and just felt good here on this track. And then when that pit stop happened, that last pit stop with I think 20 to go, there was a caution and that helped me huge. And I just kept the lead from there.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely got up into that clean air, and it helped you there toward the end. What was that like battling with good old Mike Franklin there toward the end of the race there?
Intense, my nerves were going, possibly my first win and everything. So it was intense. It was fun though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this will definitely help you in the points. You came into tonight in seventh, so that'll definitely help you out a little bit here. Next week we go to Kansas, definitely more of a high line racing facility there, one lane track there. What's kind of your thoughts about Kansas Speedway and your chances there for next week?
At this point, I'm ready for any race. I'm excited for any race coming.
Sure, absolutely. Definitely want to keep that momentum for sure. Yeah. Well, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give as we let you go celebrate the W here tonight?
Yeah, Extreme, Rick Motec, MaxSpeedTV, Primetime, all my teammates. Yeah, everybody.
Alrighty, bud. Well, man, a few words here. We'll let you go celebrate that win, and good luck to you here the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys.
Alrighty, folks. That's going to do it for the top three up here, Gary, man. What a change of venue, though, for the top three from what we are really used to seeing. This is a little bit different.
Yeah, not seeing a Samson guy or not seeing a VRA driver, not seeing an East Coast guy or not Downforce, but Evans Wells Racing up here. Definitely a different point of view for sure for the top three tonight. But it's shocking, but it's definitely a good kind of surprise for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, that is going to do it here for the top three here tonight. Down there in that lobby here for getting ready for the post-race show here, or the post-race drivers meeting, I should say, here this evening. But we're going to get them down here on the grid, or the unofficial results, I should say. I'm going to let Gary go ahead. Sorry, Gary. Going to put you on the spot here again tonight. Start us out here, buddy.
All right. Well, of course, we saw Michael Thwaites get his first Extreme Motorsports 99.com win ever here tonight. He's going to round out the first spot here. He's going to take the win. Second place is going to be Mike Franklin. Third is going to be Justin Gann. Fourth place, good strong run for Delonte Ballard. Front damage and all going to finish fourth here. Fifth place is going to be GT Hawkins. Sixth place is going to be Cale Gale. Seventh is going to be Davey Hendricks. Eighth place is going to be David Weishart. Ninth place, William Hartman. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Rob Haynes.
All right, Garrett D. Grant going to finish in 11th. Michael Mueller in 12th. Timothy Zayas in the 22. Good comeback there. Having a rough race out here. Just, trying to not get that final caution there, being deemed at fault there. Just trying to hang on what he had to do. He's going to finish in 13th here this evening. Good run for Timothy. Zach Ogburn in 14th. Tyler Hallman 15th. Christian DeBoer 16th. Jacob Lee in 17th. John Sterling in 18th. Jacob Bell in 19th. David Elliott in 20th.
And in 21st, going to be Cameron Hearn, not the run that he was looking for tonight. Going to finish 21st. 22nd is going to be Bobby Tinch, last car on the lead lap. 23rd is going to be Tom Massey, one lap down. Then it's going to be Casey Duncan here, 24th. 25th is going to be Mike Rominger. 26th, Danny Ware. 27th is going to be Garrett Heath. 28th is going to be Brandon Fries. 29th is going to be Ed Morrison. Rounding out the top 30, it's going to be Gary May.
All right, Alan Elwood coming in at the last minute, 90-plus laps down, 80-plus laps down, whatever the case may be. He'll finish 31st here this evening. Hunter McDaniel, 32nd. Tommy Haynes, 33rd. Travis McDaniel, 34th. And running out the field here tonight is going to be Scott McClendon into that number 51. But our winner here tonight is going to be Michael Thwaites. And first time winner here for Extreme? Is that what I heard correctly?
Yep, I was asking him about that in the victory lane. He said he had never won an Extreme race before until tonight.
Wow! What a win here for Michael Thwaites here this evening, but that's going to wrap it up here for round number 8 here for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, the Rick Motec Cup Series here this evening. Next week, round 9 at Kansas, Gary. You're going to be right here with me up in the booth, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Same time, same place, man. Kansas. That's... Man, I don't know what to think about Kansas.
Well,
I really don't.
Hopefully with this new tire model, things have changed a little bit. Maybe we'll see some more multiple groove racing. Maybe they will give the bottom line a chance. If not, then we'll see what we've been seeing here in the past with just one lane around the top. But definitely tonight was a big point shaker. I think really these last couple races that we have before the end, Josh, is really going to be a big shakeup in the points. It's really going to come down to Darlington here in a couple weeks. But really looking forward to next week. And I also just wanted to give a shout out to Rick Donathan for owning the league, of course. Again, Frank there at Rick Motec for sponsoring the series, and of course our admins Nick Hunt, Doug Blackman, and Calvin Herring up in the booth.
All right, well, you stole the words right out of my mouth here, as you always do. It took one season for you to get used to it. So,
well, I didn't say stay safe and have a good night. I'll leave that to you.
Well, that's coming up here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Until tomorrow night, the iRacing Virtual Cup Series at the Brickyard in Indianapolis here. 110 laps right here on MaxSpeedTV, 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. Stay safe and have a good night.